For nearly 30 years, we have been a partner to the communities in Northeast Iowa, fulfilling the energy needs of our neighbors and friends. A good partner knows your business and understands your needs. Providing the highest level of service possible is our mission. Our customers count on us to reliably and safely deliver the fuel products they need to keep their productivity high whenever the need arises. We are continuously improving our capabilities by adding storage, improving the fleet, or utilizing new technology. We've put together a well-rounded team of specialists who welcome the opportunity to answer your questions and assist your plans. These efforts result in a better experience for our customers. At Johnson Oil, we're in business to be partners in your success.
We are currently in our 10th year of operations here at Bet Roofing. One of the most exciting things about owning a business has been just seeing us grow over the course of that decade, from starting out again pretty small to what we're able to accomplish in the amount of square footage of roof we put on.
So this year will be our first year of being full-time roofing. So kind of what our plan is to keep on doing what we're doing right now, but obviously we want to expand and grow upon the business and probably branch out into different communities in North Iowa.
One of the things that we really pride ourselves on at BET Roofing is the people that sell you your roof, the people that give you estimates, are the ones that actually are on the job site every single day, putting shingles on your roof, looking over projects, and just making sure that things are held to the highest quality that you would expect for your home. We know that roofing can be a pretty crucial part to protecting your house from the elements, so we make sure to be as responsive as possible to get out to your house, and if we need to cover something up short term, but we try to also make a priority of as our customers contact us and reach out to us, getting them on the list and moving forward as soon as possible.
I enjoy the manual labor of it. Some people don't enjoy that, but I'm one of those people that do, and I enjoy the work. It's very fulfilling, and you get to see what you accomplished every day, and working with the people is probably one of the biggest things that I enjoy too. It's fun to seeing people satisfied with the work you do.
One of my favorite parts about roofing is seeing the physical progress you make on the job site each day. You get a lot of satisfaction from driving by properties you've done in the past and seeing what you've done and being proud of what you're able to accomplish. Definitely is a lot of hard work, but it's definitely worth it in the end as well.
As a family-owned business since 1922, we have a good feel for what it takes to be a strong and growing member of the local economy. Our hope is that our customers and employees have a warm and welcoming experience each and every time. We strive to communicate a clear vision and plan for individuals, our company, and our community's success. We work to ensure that the quality of all of our people, our products, and our services stand the test of time. If you would be a good fit for our company in a mechanical or managerial position, we would love to hear from you. Benefits include competitive pay, 401k, health, dental, and life insurance, flexible spending accounts, vacation, and holiday pay. Because we believe it's more than just a place to work. It's a place to call home.
Are you a farmer or an agricultural producer looking for comprehensive risk management? Look no further than Beeland Ag Risk Services. Our experienced team of professionals understands the challenges facing the farming industry and can help you navigate the complex world of crop insurance. With our personalized approach, we can help you find coverage that meets your unique needs and budget. At Beeland Ag Risk Services, we know that unpredictable weather and other factors can impact your crops and livelihood. That's why we offer a range of policies, including revenue protection, yield protection, and more, to help ensure that you're protected when the unexpected happens. So whether you're a small family farm or a large agribusiness, trust Beeland Ag Risk Services to help you protect your crops and your future. Contact us today to learn more. Beeland Ag Risk Services, your partner in crop insurance.
Is he slow? Oh, heck no. It's not your average Joe. Right here on Saints TV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Kennel Genius here with Not Your Average Joe, and our man Duke Scoop is out there in the scooposphere somewhere working his magic. The guy's kind of a ninja. We could kind of use him here right now because I know I am not this sunburned in real life.
Pretty sure I'm not either. I told Eric maybe we're coming to you live from a beach location. We've been in the sun all day.
So we got a little lighting issue with the camera. We could really use Duke's help. But you know what? He's got important things going out there on the field tonight. Hey, Newman, we're playing Newman tonight.
Newman tonight.
Very, very exciting night in football.
For sure.
We're going to talk about the details here. We got a lot coming up on that. Obviously, we know last time we played Newman, it was a really big game in Mason City also.
Yeah,
right now,
I remember that one in July. I think it was July 11th to be exact.
Maybe July
about
11th.
9:37 p.m. Something really fun happened. I remember.
For those of you who don't know, that was a big win that advanced the baseball team to the state tournament. Check the footage. The video's out there.
It's
You
out
want to
there.
see that. But tonight is football.
Tonight
it's at Newman. And I want a little disclaimer, got to disclose something here first, and that is Newman does have an arrangement that does not allow us to stream the game live tonight. So we're allowed to do radio broadcast. This footage that we have here is, as you can see, not really. Look at this. There's where is he? There's Carson back there, kind of poking his head up behind the matted picture frame. Well, at least that's what it's supposed to be. It's a television, but anyway, it doesn't matter. We're really excited to be able to broadcast this as a radio broadcast. So this footage that we're doing here was done ahead of time, and we are going to post the actual live broadcast immediately after the game. We're going to send that over because we're not allowed to send it live, but we will be sending the broadcast, the recorded broadcast. The video footage of the game will be posted as soon as this game is over.
Okay, so we've got to paint the picture, Eric and I, right, throughout the game. As soon as the game's over, you'll be able to see our painted picture and do it live and match the two together. So we're going to try to get you both tonight, audio first, and then if you're rewatching a Saturday morning, you're gonna get the video as you go.
Correct. So if you hear us talking during the broadcast about maybe slow-mo or things like that, we're going to try to not do that, but it's bound to happen. Right, just we got two different broadcasts simultaneously happening. One is a video that we'll post later, and one's the audio that we'll do now. So, and we'll be reminding you throughout the evening. But let's get to the game stuff.
Yep. Week 6 already. Hard to believe that we're already 6 weeks into this thing. You know, the Saints come in 5-0, perfect on the season, in the driver's seat in District 2, Class A. This is a district game, so Newman is in our district. They come in 2-3. On the season. I think they're better than their record shows. They started out against Central Springs. They didn't start very well in that game. Let's just say it that way. And they got behind and couldn't finish it. They could have won another game on the last second and did not. So I think this is a team that is dangerous. Their offense is explosive, and they will they'll test us tonight. They always do. We play here. I thought it was interesting. I heard Coach Clevenger say this week that. We've played Newman every year since he's been here. We have not had a year off where we did not play Newman in football every year since he's been here.
That's a lot of games.
Yeah, so they know us really well, right? And that always makes teams dangerous. Of course, we know them really well too.
Yes, we do.
And so I think that definitely plays into what we're going to see tonight in this district battle. The Saints are 10-5 since 2008 against Newman, but they've lost the last 2. Newman beat us last year and the year before. So I know that's on their minds and something that we're going to try to right that wrong here this evening.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, it's Newman, right? So you can look at records all you want. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's Newman. It's always a battle. We've got some slides to look at here. We'll take a look at players to watch, and we're going to do that as soon as we come back right after this message. If you or someone you know is in the market for quality Iowa farm ground, there's 215 acres available just south of St. Ansgar. Contact Elaine Govern at Govern Farms and Homes at 641-985-4030 for more information.
Consumer loans for real estate, automobiles, RVs, and dreams. Whether you are buying your first home, taking a dream vacation, or paying for life's little extras, we have a loan that will fit your needs. St. Ansgar State Bank, local since 1891.
And we are back with stat leaders coming in tonight, Joe.
Yep, let's take a look at some players to watch here tonight. Let's start on the St. Ansgar side of the football. Jay Suisow, junior quarterback, 27 of 51 for 407 yards. I know we didn't do some things through the air last week because of the weather. We'll show a few highlights here in a minute, and I want you to pay attention to how wet it is out there on that field and how hard the rain is coming down. I know we weren't able to bring you a broadcast last week, but trust me, it was very, very wet during that game. So anyway, kind of a week off of the passing game, really. We didn't do much through the air last week, but still 407 yards, 7 touchdowns. Jace has 125 yards rushing and a couple of touchdowns as well. His favorite receiver of the week, as I call it, would be Dylan Brum. 7 catches, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns. Of course, Hunter Hillman's right behind him at 169 yards.
Love how they spread that out.
And 3 TDs. So they're kind of taking turns, switching back and forth for the leading receiver. Rushing-wise, same deal. We got 3 guys who have led this team in rushing this year. This week, it gets to be Christian Michaels, 29 attempts, 283 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Connor King is a whopping 9 yards behind him at 274 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns. And, of course, Reagan Witt just 25 yards behind that at 249 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. So those 3 guys have each have 250 yards plus rushing. So, I think we talked about it last week that a lot of years we get to this point of the season, we've got 1 guy with 750 yards. This year we've got 3 guys with 900 yards or whatever that number comes out to be, and a couple other guys adding to that as well. We get even deeper than that. So that rushing leader stat's kind of deceiving, and I think it's important to call 3 guys out because they've all 3 done a wonderful job, and you add Corbin Michaels and what Jace has done running the ball, Tyson Klein when he's come in late in games,
absolutely.
The list is long.
It's hard to focus on any one guy when you got that much going on out there.
Yep.
So I don't, as far as Newman's concerned, how do they prepare for that?
How do they prepare for that? And I think that's something that this stat sheet on the St. Ansgar side of this looks different than it has in a long time. We've got those three running backs that can all do significant damage, and then we've got 400 yards through the air, and 7 touchdown passes, and that's something that is really, really hard to defend in Class A football. It's really hard to do, and so it's been an advantage for us, and I expect it will be again this evening.
You referenced it earlier when you're talking about Jace's stats of 400 yards. Really, we're 5-0, right? But 400 yards, he was over 400 going into last game. It was 1 completion for 5 yards. It was definitely the rain itself had a massive impact. Coach Clevenger wisely says, you know what, let's keep it on the ground. It's working. There's no reason to take that chance, especially if it's not really going to amount to much anyway.
Yep.
So really, you're talking about 400 yards in 4 games. That's pretty dang good for Saints football.
Absolutely. Defensively, Christian Michaels leads us with 24 tackles. I think what's interesting there, remember those guys I talked about, Connor King and Reagan Witt? They're right behind him in tackles also, right? So it's I think I've got it right here. Connor King's got 20.5 tackles, 3 sacks, and Reagan Witt's got 23.5 tackles and a couple for loss. So those 3 guys have been our offensive what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of our gunpowder on offense, that they're ready to go and loaded all the time. And on defense, the same way. They're leading us on both sides of the ball, obviously with a bunch of other talent around them, but really fun to watch those three guys come through, for their senior season, right? It's their last time through. It's week 6.
This is it.
They got 2 guaranteed football games and a playoff game at this point, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
They could play 3 more football games after tonight. They may never put that helmet on again, right? So it's something those kids, I think about, some coaches talk about, and those 3 have played lights out their senior season, exactly what you dream up, right? As you're a
really
freshman standing on the line, shivering, wondering when you're going to get in. You do that for nights like tonight against Newman Catholic. So we take a look, go over to that side of the ledger. Pretty similar, really, in terms of what they do. They're going to throw it quite a bit. They're throwing it 17 times a game, 85 attempts in those in their first 5 games. Like I said, they're 2-3 through those first 5. 575 yards of passing for Cal McGuire, who's their junior quarterback. His favorite option at receiver by far is Toby Keston. Toby's a senior and has 17 catches for 251 yards. So those are the guys to watch in the passing game. Rushing-wise, Zach Sheldon's a junior, 94 carries, 477 yards, 7 touchdowns. So he's the workhorse.
Wow.
He's the guy who's going to carry the load for them. We'll look at some highlights here in a minute and show you him. He's not what I would call a burner. He's not the fastest guy on the field, but he runs hard, and he's going to run through you if he has to. And they've kind of got that 1-2 punch going with them as well. Number 33, Gabe Lewerke, has 250 yards of rushing right behind him. So they're getting their 750 yards rushing through 2 guys.
Got it.
Right? We're getting our 750 through 3. And they're doing something very similar to us passing game-wise. They've always been dangerous in that passing game. They're going to run the wing T offense as well, and then they're going to convert that to a spread. They're going to go to the spread offense, run it out of the shotgun. That's their passing formation generally. We see that, we can expect guys streaking down the field. Now, they had Max Burt and Doug Taylor on that play a year ago.
Yes, they did.
Right? They don't have those 2 guys anymore, so now it's McGuire and Keston trying to fill those big shoes in that passing game.
Well, that's a lot of information, and we've got a whole lot more coming for you. So hang on tight. We'll be back right after this message with some video highlights from last week.
Harvest is right around the corner, but Farmer State Bank is more than just a bank for farmers. So whether you're a small business owner, a student, or a family, FSB is the right financial solutions for you. We are a family-owned local community bank with 7 locations across North Iowa. Visit one of them today or check out our website at fsbbanks.com.
All right, we're back with some highlights from Newman Catholic.
Yeah, this is a game from a couple of weeks ago when they played Southwind. First play here is a nice pass out to Isaiah Keston. This is the other Keston. There are 2 of them. You'll hear that name a couple times tonight. This is number 15, the younger of the 2, Isaiah. Nice catch there on an out pattern. Next, same thing here. Junior quarterback McGuire back to pass to Contreras. There over the middle. Really nice catch. And that's what they do. They're going to do a lot of contested, throw it up kind of plays. Same thing here. This is a run, right? So then we come off of that pass play into a run like this. This is the Lewerke, so this is the kind of the backup guy, the guy with 250 yards of rushing on the season. Really nice play there. Defensively, they're stout. They play the pass game better than they do the run game, at least statistically, and you can see that there. You throw it up, they're going to go pick it off. This is their main back, Sheldon here, 25-yard run. We talked about, he's just a tough runner. You can see he's not going to beat you with a lot of blazing speed, but he will run you over if you give him the opportunity to.
Yes, he will.
20-yard pass here to Toby Keston. These next 3 plays, all 3 go to Toby Keston here. And again, he's their favorite receiver, a guy they're going to go to a lot with these type of plays. This ends up being a touchdown pass. Really dangerously thrown ball, right? The defender's right there, but Toby does a great job of going and getting it out of the air.
Yeah, good hands. Way to get after it.
Yep, for sure. And this might be the most impressive play on film that I've seen of them, and you can just see what Keston does here. Waits for a block to develop, and then just goes around him and leaves him behind and has pretty decent speed. Gets himself into the end zone there. So that's going to be their passing attack. Those are the kind of routes they're going to run and things we're going to have to pay attention to as we go throughout this night. And then this is kind of a scramble. They bring pressure, get to him pretty well, but he finds a way to find the running back here. Again,
and the running back finds a way to catch that.
catch it, exactly right. So, Newman ends up, this is the game I was referred to where I think they were on the doorstep to score as the game ended to tie the game. They lost this game 27-20. But I think that gives you some glimpse of what they're going to do. They're going to run the ball up the middle with Sheldon, try to outmuscle us there. If that doesn't work, I think we'll see a bunch of pass plays late in this game specifically, and they're gonna go try to throw it up over our heads. Our defensive backs are gonna have to be ready to make plays defensively.
If you're interested in Saints highlights, stick around. We'll be right back with some highlights from the Saints game last weekend.
One of the things that we really pride ourselves on at BET Roofing is the people that sell you your roof, the people that give you estimates are the ones that actually are on the job site every single day, putting shingles on your roof, looking over projects, and just making sure that things are held to the highest quality that you would expect for your home.
St. Ansgar State Bank has a strong commitment to farmers. We provide the highest level of service with quick turnaround time, competitive interest rates, flexible payment options, and the ability to work with you on any size loan. Our agricultural banking specialists are experienced in farming and understand the important role agriculture credit plays in your operation. Because of our ability to make local credit decisions, we respond quickly to your total agricultural financing needs. St. Ansgar State Bank, helping you meet your financial goals.
Interested in some Saints highlights?
Let's take a look. Last week, we know you couldn't watch, so here you go. We brought you some. I challenge you to find Reagan Witt the entire play here. Keep your eye on him. Somehow, he squirts out of that and takes it untouched after that into the end zone. That starts the Saints scoring on the night, that 36-yard touchdown run early.
I watched it 36 times and couldn't figure that one out.
Yeah, where he goes. This is Christian Michaels, who had just a monster of a night. 53-yard run. I think he had runs of 53, 33, 23, 13. I think the announcer commented on that on their broadcast. That he
122 yards in the first half.
Yep, he was a beast. So that sets up this 1-yard keeper, Jalen Hurts style, push him into the end zone touchdown for your Saints, and they go up 14-0.
Leave it to Michaels.
Yep, that sets up this third quarter run. That kind of the first half sort of, it's like you can tell it's raining really hard here. Corbin Michaels gets the ball there, goes around the end for 9. This is later in the game, and I showed this one. I think it's just, this is what we did to them all night long with 3 or 4 different backs of lineup. Our offensive line made huge holes and just break your back on first down with a huge run. And then Brother Christian tops it off with an 8-yard touchdown run here. Again, that's the same play that we just saw his little brother run, right? And it's just a killer. This play really sealed the game after the Saints fumble, right? They're going in to score here, looks like. And Jay Suisau and Connor King knock the ball loose. Tyke Remster alertly runs back, jumps on that fumble, and that seals the game for the Saints. This game's different, much tighter without that fumble recovery there at the end to kind of close it out.
No doubt about it. Great game by the Saints. The rain had a massive impact. We come out with a win. We'll be back after this.
Nah, man. It's not a broadcast. It's a broadcastation.
I was an occupational therapist for about 14 years, and then I decided to join the business full-time when we had about 11 employees and developed the HR department. I got to sit down with people, get to know their stories, get to learn about their families, and really get to know who they are. Through that process, we just got to hire the best people in the world, and we really feel like we're blessed with the best.
Okay, let's get to a segment we like to call Not Your Average Joe's Completely Average Polls. Sounds fishy to some, but let's talk about what that means. Joe?
Yep. So what we do every week is we take the polls. We're down to 7. The AP quit their poll this week.
Oh, they did?
And I think I know why. We'll talk about that here in a minute.
Yep,
We take those 7 polls we can get access to. We put them into a spreadsheet. We run some very, very high-level calculations, and we come up with an average. And that average looks something like this. St. Ansgar is your number 1 team in the majority of the polls. I think all but 2 they are the number 1. They are the number 1 team, so they will stay number 1 in this week's completely average poll. Woodbury Central number 2, Madrid number 3, Britt West Hancock, who of course we know something about, at 4. Lisbon, who we talked about last week down there in the southeast part of the state, stays there at number 5 in this poll. ACGC coming in at 6, Linville Sully down to 7. Wapsie Valley new to the poll this week. Wapsie Valley, was on a roll last year, did really, really well. They graduated a bunch of guys. They thought there'd be a significant drop-off. There has not been. So Wapsie Valley finds their way into the poll this week, and I think is a team to watch going down. Akron Westfield, kind of same thing. Don't know a lot about them. New to the poll this week, and of course Lake Mills hanging in there at number 10 in the average poll. So this is what the average looks like when we take all those polls around the state and put them together. There is, and the reason I think the AP quit doing theirs is there is one official poll now that actually matters. This is a poll that's put together by the state or the IHSAA. They have, I believe it's 3 staff members, a media member, and 2 retired coaches that are the 6-member panel here that's doing this for every class. And they're putting an official poll together that must be different than the average, because you'll notice there's a couple of things moving around here. So I think they do a good job. They have St. Ansgar number 1, which of course, we agree with. Woodbury Central, they have West Hancock ahead of Madrid. I think based on strength of schedule, that is accurate. ACGC 5, Linville Sully, Lisbon, we talked about them. Wapsie's 8 in this poll as well. Yep. So I think that's again, a sign that they've got some respect, and there's some people who expect them to do some things. Nashua falls to 9 in this poll. I think a reflection of you lose to the number 1 team shouldn't hurt you that bad.
It shouldn't. And they fell off the other one. They fell off the average poll, interestingly losing to the number 1 team. And maybe it was how they lost.
Yep, exactly. And I think that's probably where Nashua belongs. Nashua has a couple of tough games here coming up. They'll have the opportunity to prove they belong there in that top 10. Lake Mills is number 10 in this poll as well, and we've talked about Lake Mills. They've got West Hancock and St. Ansgar on their schedule coming up the last 2 weeks here. So that'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. So that is the official poll. The reason this matters, Eric, is this poll will get used for things like playoff seeding and matchups and who travels where and who plays who in each of those rounds. And of course, once we get down to the last 8 teams that play in the Dome, they will start. The last 4 teams that play in the Dome, they'll really use these to decide who plays who and how that happens.
And I imagine these polls here are going to give us some opportunities. If we keep playing the way we're playing, some opportunities to play some of these playoff games at home.
Correct. Yep, exactly right. And earning, and that's why this game tonight is important. And it is, I'm sure that the coaches have been harping on, is we can't afford to slip up. Right? We feel really good about where we are, 5-0 on the season. And I'm sure that message has been, we can't afford an ugly loss. We can't afford a loss at all at this point of the season. So we got to keep this train rolling so we can play as many games at home as we can, right? And keep ourselves high in this poll so that we can have as favorable matchups as long as possible all the way through that tournament trail.
Well, 3 games left in the regular season. Let's talk about tonight. What are tonight's Saints' keys to victory, the keys to V's? What do you got, Joe?
Number 1, win the battle up front. Right? And it's going to start with this a lot of weeks from this point forward in the season. Both sides of the ball, offensive line, defensive line, go push these guys around tonight. Let's go exert our will and our strength upon what is a young offensive line and defensive line for Newman. Let's go win that battle up front. Number 2, limit their passing attack. We saw in the highlights, right, what they like to do. They, quite frankly, have killed us the last 2 years with their passing game.
Yeah.
And we have to limit that passing attack. I believe we will do a good job of containing their running game early, and they will switch and go try to throw the ball on us. And we have to stop that, or at least limit it, right? They're going to get some. We've got to try to take it away from them, which leads to key number 3, which is expand and execute our passing game. Expand and execute. What do I mean by that, Eric? Well, expand, right? I believe it's the time of year we're going to start to see some plays we haven't seen. They're going to start to work in some offense, especially passing, I believe, that we haven't seen on film yet to this point of the season. And that's going to be important as we go forward to work on some of those. A little mouse told me that there may be some plays in here tonight that we haven't seen yet this year, so we'll be paying attention, looking for those, and ultimately we got to execute, right? That's what that passing game comes down to for the Saints, is we just have to execute. We have the plays in the playbook now. We've shown we can do it. Now we have to consistently execute.
Did a great job of executing in the run game last week.
In some terrible conditions.
Yep. Obviously, the passing game wasn't there. But it really wasn't there for the other team either, and the rain certainly had an impact. But we adjusted, we prevailed, and we expect to do the same this week, tonight, against a Newman team who, like you said, I think in the recent past years, we've seen Newman in particular, but we've seen a lot of teams do it, but Newman in particular seems to make good adjustments at halftime and come back and find those weak areas and then come and take it to us. Maybe a little unexpected. We expect to not see that tonight. Our defense is good, and I don't expect to see those things happen. We are prepared and getting ready now for game time here. So we're going to come right back after this message with the kickoffs. Thanks for joining us tonight.
St. Ansgar is a thriving community in north central Iowa with a lot to offer. Founded in 1853 by a group of Norwegian immigrant
Some
farmers.
replays, right? And we'll try to give you the best insight that we can on what's going on that replay. And like I said, when you tune back in to see it, you'll be able to see what he's talking about. So we're going to rely on him to paint the picture on the replays this evening.
That's
as
a lot
we
of
go
pressure,
live.
Joe.
A lot of pressure, Duke. A lot of pressure on Duke. But I know he can handle it. We wouldn't give him a job he couldn't handle. So it looks like we are walking out now. Captains are headed out for the coin toss. So we'll keep you informed on what happens there. Like I said, St. Ansgar's 5-0. Newman is 2-3. So it will be it's a battle. It always is, as we talked about in the pregame. Always a battle here at Newman. They will test us as they always do. So it'll be a fun night of football. It is a beautiful evening in Mason City. They don't get much better than this for football. Nearly October, and it is, T-shirts. I see some coaches wearing shorts out there. It's about as good as it gets. Beautiful sky tonight. We are fighting the wind a bit. You may notice that. There is a pretty stiff south wind. This field lays north and south.
And it's not just you talking, Joe.
It's not just the wind coming from my mouth. You're right. And we're used to it being windy. But it is something a little different tonight.
Last week, the national playing field.
Let's talk about our situation here. You may have done that already as we
ahead.
prepare to start the game. We got 2 streams going. I think you mentioned that already, Joe. If you're listening, we are recording a live video right now that we will be posting as soon as this one's over. I think probably you mentioned that already. So Joe's doing the commentary on that. He's got that in front of him. We have 1 camera on the action, no sideline camera like we've been doing. Duke Scoop is actually up here with us doing some production work. We're going to try and get some replays going, which obviously the radio broadcast won't show. But after this game is over, as Joe said, we're going to get that posted just as quick as we can. And we hope as quick as we can is instantly as the game is over.
Correct.
Thank you very much.
It appears Newman has won the toss and deferred, so St. Ansgar will receive the ball. Toby Keston, number 2, on to kick. I think on the radio, don't they say left to right across your radio dial here? Maybe it's your screen. Pretty good kick, takes him all the way back. Dylan Brum fields it at the 5, returns it up the middle, breaks a tackle, heads up field to about the 25, 26-yard line where he's brought down. So a great kick out of Toby all the way back to the 5. We fumbled it a little bit. Once Dylan got it picked up, he did a really nice job of getting it returned. It'll be first down Saints at the 27-yard line. They're still getting chain set, but I believe we're going to be something like 27-yard line. So it's your usual suspects with Michaels, Witt, and Connor King in the backfield. Jay Suisau under center. In a wishbone. Handoff goes to Michaels. Charges ahead, breaks a tackle, breaks through the pile, and then is taken down by number 77, Wesley Cole for Newman. 77's a freshman, guys. That is a very large freshman. And you'll see that on the video later.
Years of growing.
He's a big kid, very big kid. Did a nice job there. Gain of about 3 for Christian Michaels on first down. Second and 7. Yeah, 2nd and 7 from the 30-yard line. Jace back to pass. Hits Carson Sparrow out in the flat. Carson rolls ahead out to the sideline for a first down. Saints takes it out to about the 40-yard line.
That's a pretty good little stiff arm from Carson on there. I think he
was.
learned that one from avoiding chores at home.
Yep, a quick hitch pass. Hit him in the flat, and Carson did a good job of breaking out towards the sideline where he was tackled out of bounds, but not before he got a first down. 4 wide receivers set here. Connor King in the backfield. He puts Michaels in motion, hands it off to Connor King. Connor charges ahead for what looks like 3 yards.
We have a student with us today, Sam Porsche. Thanks for joining us. He's standing here just kind of observing. Sam's a guy that I think you'll get to hear him here one of these days, someday in the near future. Maybe this year. So you hear my wind?
Yeah, well,
maybe I got to shield my wind a little bit.
Back in the wishbone. Suisau hands it off to Connor King. Connor finds the seam, takes it up the left side for another Saints first down. Gain of 7 on the play.
That's the sound you make when you give Connor the ball.
That's exactly right. It sounds like a tornado when he's got the ball. So a really nice run there by Connor, and this game started exactly how the Saints wanted it to start. A couple of effective runs, a nice pass play. Jace is back under center here, first down at midfield. Hands it off to Connor again. Connor finds a seam up the sideline for 10 yards. First down, Saints. 10 yards on first down. That'll work every time, gentlemen. We will take that.
We protect the ball and play like this. It's going to be quite a night.
Yep. So quickly, the Saints are across midfield down to the 38-yard line of Newman. Okay, our offensive line's doing their job here, making holes. Connor did a nice job. He runs north and south really well. Hits the hole well, gets through it. Doesn't dance around back there, giving anybody an opportunity to tackle him. Jace is in the shotgun here. 3 receivers set down on the bottom, and it's a keeper. Jace keeps it. Designed run out of the shotgun there. Gets about a yard. So not much doing there. They spread him out with a design keeper. That's a called play from the beginning. That we're going to try to get that defense split up and then run the ball up the middle. They'll go back to that, and it'll be a little more effective later in the game, I have a feeling. But that's the first time we've seen that set in a while. Back to the wishbone. Jace under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Christian Michaels. Christian breaks a tackle in the backfield, swings around the right side for a nice gain for a Saints first down. Again, a run of 9 probably to get the first down for St. Ansgar there on second down.
Should have been a 3-4 yard loss, but that was a good job to shed that tackle.
Yep, absolutely. I believe that was Keston there in the backfield that had him, or looked like he had him, and Christian squirts out of there and turns it into a first down for St. Ansgar. So 1st and 10, 26-yard line of Newman. Saints opening drive here, 9:12 left to go in the first quarter. Back to the shotgun. Yep, 3 receivers on the left side here. We throw it out to Connor King out there in the left flat. He plows through a would-be tackler. That's Lewerke trying to tackle him, and he does, but not before Connor gets 10 yards and another Saints first down. Feels like I've said that a bunch already tonight, gentlemen. We like that.
Oh, not quite a first down. You're a liar, Joe.
Second and 1. Second and 1.
Maybe less.
They called time like it was close. They must have decided that it was a little favorable on the spot. So it will be 2nd and 1. Pass out to Carson Sparrow. Tips it up, but catches it. Brings it in right at the sideline. Gains just 2, but enough for a Saints first down. really nice job of keeping his eyes on
that
it.
was good focus.
It hit his hands, bounced straight up. That's a dangerous play with
Played
that
a little
ball.
hot potato with
Absolutely.
himself, but reeled it in. Caught
That
the
could turn
ball.
into a lot of things.
Yeah.
Definitely in our favor on that one. First down. We'll take that.
Yep, kept his poise, caught that ball, brought it in, and gets the Saints first down. So it's first down from the 14. Newman's 14. So inside the red zone for the Saints. Handoff goes Connor King. Excuse me, that's Dylan Brum. Dylan Brum into the game in Connor's spot, and he runs ahead for 3 yards. 4-yard gain, they're going to call it. Second down and 6 at the 11. So the Saints can get a first down inside the 5. Connor King back in at the running back spot, into the wishbone here. Jace under center, takes the snap. It's a fake. He's going to look to throw it. Nobody open, so he pulls it down and runs around the end. Runs around the right side. They force him out of bounds, looks like, on the far side, just about that first down marker. Let's see what they call it here. Looks like we're going to be just a yard short of a first down. Be third down and a long 1, maybe 2 at the 6-yard line.
It's a great decision, looking downfield. He didn't have anybody open. Just tuck it down and run with it. Got a good 5-yard run there.
Yep, did a good job making smart choices back there. Nobody open. They had that well covered. Credit to Newman, covered it up pretty well. Back into the wishbone we go. Schwiesau hands it off to Connor King. Connor up the middle. Touchdown, Saints! A 6-yard touchdown run for Connor King. The offensive line made him a nice hole, and he went right through it over the right side for a touchdown. Saints football at its finest. Keep them off balance with a couple of pass plays and run. Offensive line dominates their defensive line on that drive, and it's quickly 6-0 Saints. 7:04 left to go in the first quarter. Connor King on to attempt the extra point. Jace is the holder. Reagan Witt is the snapper. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is no good. Plenty of distance, must have been wide left there. Really nice looking kick, just must have been wide left. So it will remain 6-0 Saints. 7:04 left in the first quarter. Perfect drive number 1 for your Saints.
Again, if you are just joining us, a little reminder that you're probably listening to a radio broadcast right now if the game is happening, and this is Friday night, September 27th or 29th. And the footage that you see on the screen is not footage of the game that's happening right now. This is footage of the game that you probably didn't see unless you were at the game last week. So we're going to play those plays because a lot of you did not get to see them on that rainy night in Nashua. Tonight, the game is happening in Mason City at Newman Catholic. The score is Saints 6, Newman 0. And I got to get my scoreboard updated.
Yeah, we'll get the scoreboard updated.
I'll
Much
do that
nicer
right now.
night for football tonight than we had last week. So maybe it was a blessing we didn't get to broadcast last week. So we didn't.
Yeah, no
I think
kidding.
they got about 2.5 inches of rain during that game last week. So a much more fun night, a beautiful night for football. Great drive for the Saints to start this game. Connor King on to kick it off.
We said it earlier, we'll say it again. It's still Newman. I'm excited to see how our defense does now.
Yep.
But it's still Newman. I'm sure they got some tricks up their sleeves that we don't expect.
Yep, correct. I think we'll see a bunch of passing out of them tonight. Ecumenes and Keston back to receive. Baby Keston, number 15, who I believe is a year younger than the other Keston we'll talk about tonight, Toby. So Isaiah Keston back to receive here. Kind of really good kick. Actually, one of the up men's going to take it. Big brother Toby Keston takes it at about the 20. Runs it across the 30-yard line where he's tackled by a host of Saints led by Toby Kennedy at the 34-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Newman at the 34-yard line. As Eric said, it'll be interesting to see what our defense has in store. You know, they've just played fantastic all year. The defense has been the backbone of this team. And they'll be tested tonight offensively. Newman, that's their strength, is going to be on offense. So let's see how these two teams match up early tonight. They're going to start in that wing T formation. Not a great start for Newman. Looks like they had movement early, and they did. 5-yard false start penalty on the Knights. We'll back them up 5 yards, make it 1st down and 15 from the 29-yard line. So they're going to try this again. Keston runs in the play. He's number 2. He is their primary receiver, yardage-wise. Cal McGuire is their quarterback. Sheldon is the main running back. The ball's handed off there. Looks like it went to Quinteris, perhaps. Doesn't get much out of it. Tries the left side of our defensive line. They shut him down pretty quickly. That is Gage Peterson on the carry. Gage Peterson on the carry. No gain. Second down 15, 29-yard line. 6 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Newman's going to run the spread offense and the wing tee. Looks like they're going to start in that wing tee offense similar to what West Hancock does. Back to pass is Peterson, thrown over the middle, and it's caught. Intercepted. Carson Sparrow picks the ball off over the middle. I don't know if they had some confusion there. The receiver went left, and Carson was there to pick that thing off at about the 46-yard line. 41-yard line. So it'll be first down Saints. They strike first in the turnover department, and it will be 1st and 10 Saints from the 41-yard line, leading 6-0. 6 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the first quarter. Great start for the Saints. So back on offense here. Jay Schwiesau under center. Takes the snap. Keeps it. Runs up the middle. He's still on his feet. Breaks a tackle. Falls ahead for another 2 or 3 yards. Gain of 12 on first down.
Big play by the quarterback.
You know, that seems to be that doesn't matter who's got the ball, 9, 10, 11, 12 yards a carry to start this game offensively, just what the Saints ordered.
Well, the Saints' rushing attack, you have to focus on these running backs, and when you do, you kind of give the quarterback an opportunity. If you do that right. And the Saints seem to be mixing it up beautifully to start this game.
Yep. Eberling, Nesvet, Hansen, Easley, and Halverson playing lights out up front on the offensive line. We don't talk about those guys enough. Jace back to pass, rolls out right. We've got a flag on the play. Jace decides to pull it down and just run it. I'm afraid we're going to get a holding penalty here. Gain of 6 or 7 yards that appears like it's going to be wiped out. And it is holding on the Saints. So I believe that's a 10-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage. Make it 1st down and 20. From the 39-yard line. I thought I saw that one, so we'll look at it on the replay, but it looked like maybe we got a little handsy there.
Who'd they call it on?
I did not hear a number. I saw a maroon shirt go down early. The Saints are in all white tonight, white pants, white tops. Newman's wearing maroon tops and white pants. So back into the offense here. Jace hands it off straight up the middle running. We get another flag.
Wow.
Yep. Another nice gain. 10-plus yards for Christian Michaels. Let's see what the call is.
Michaels up the middle, but penalty flags on the play again.
Holding. That's shot block, perhaps.
Oh, yeah.
Illegal block. So it looks like that's what we're going to call on the Saints. That'll back them up. 10 more. So it's still 1st down is the good news. Excuse me, that's a personal foul essentially. So that's a 15-yard penalty. So it'll be your unconventional 1st and 35.
That was the right call.
And it was.
1st and 35. So Duke Scoop here, he's got the replay. I think you showed it, right?
Yep.
For those who will see the video later.
If you're watching this later, you'll see that block. That's something we got to clean up. Work to do now for the Saints. 1st down.
First down
back
at a mile.
on the wrong side. But
good
Connor King with a nice carry up the left side. Again, the offensive line just blowing guys up. And Connor King gets a nice 17-yard gain to get half of that deficit back. So it'll be 2nd down and 17 or 18 yards to go here. Back on the correct side of the field, back on the Newman side of the field at about the 38-yard line.
That's how you turn 1st and a mile into 1st and half a mile.
Then half a mile. Yep, exactly. Exactly right.
Still about 20 yards to go for the first.
2nd and 18 here. Jace hands it off to Dylan Brum on a little end around. Breaks the tackle up the left side. Near the 1st down marker again. Going to be a little short, but a 10-yard gain there for Dylan Brum on a play we haven't seen in a long time. I don't know if we've seen it yet this year. Really good play design there. Makes it 3rd down and 4.
1st and 35, right? Now to 3rd and very manageable.
Yep.
I love it.
In 4-down territory, no doubt. So we get 2 downs to get 4 yards here.
That's exactly what you want to do in this game, too, because this is one of those offenses with Newman that they'll strike. So
they're going to
take
score
care
fast.
of business, and if you get behind the chains like that, that's a positive.
Yep. Chase hands it off to Connor King, who heads up the left side, falls forward very near first down. I think he's probably just a little short. It is. It's going to be 4th down. Connor King gains 3. Looks like he's about a football length short of a first down. 3 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The clock is running. 4th and 1. Saints lead 6-0. They are going for it here. Into the wishbone. I believe we will see Reagan Witt's first carry here tonight. There's my first call. Shwesaw takes the snap, hands it off to Connor King. Connor runs ahead for an easy first down there. Gain of 5 on 4th and a football to make it first down Saints at about the 15-yard line. So the Saints are threatening to score again here. Less than 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
You know, Shwesaw faked a couple handoffs there, a couple different players, and I think whatever one he would have gave it to would have got the first down.
I think you're right. I think you are correct. So nice play there for the Saints offensive line again. Doing some moving guys out of the way, makes that for an easy first down for Connor. Handoff back to Connor King. Up the middle. Into the end zone. No, he's down short. He lost the ball at the end.
I see some jerseys pointing the other way.
Newman says they have it. Lost the ball as he was going into the end zone. Newman recovers. First down, Newman from the 1-yard line. Inside the 1-yard line, the way it looks. I don't know how you could possibly see that he dropped that ball before he got in the end zone.
That ball looks
from
like
my angle
in the end zone.
I got the replay up here, and it looks like the defender got a helmet on the ball.
Helmet on the ball.
And, yeah, there you see it's out.
So the ball comes out inside the 1. The ball looks like it's touching the goal line from our perspective here.
It really does.
So Newman starts inside their own end zone, essentially here. The Saints defense is hungry here, I can bet.
Man, they go back an inch. That's going to be 2 points for Saints.
So their tailback is starting early. I think he's done it on every play. He just did it again. They call it that time.
If you're going to get a penalty, it's not going to cost you much here.
That's about a 2-centimeter penalty.
Half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, and the goal line's very, very close. So it is Newman ball, 6-0 Saints, 2:53 to go in the first quarter. They are backed up right against their own goal line. They just took another false start penalty. Like I said, that the back on our side is starting early on every play, it appears to me. They've called it 2 out of the three times that they've run the ball. When they're running the ball, he's getting himself an early head start. He'll have to clean that up because the ref on this side has that figured out. McGuire under center, hands it off up the middle, just gets out of the end zone. Looks like a gain of 2 on first down.
Carry by number 21, Sheldon up the middle.
That was Sheldon. On the carry, he is their leading rusher. About 500 yards on the season, just shy of 500 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 7 at the 3-yard line for Newman's offense. Their second possession here after the Saints turn it over on the goal line. McGuire under center, puts a man in motion. Hands it off to Sheldon, who runs up the middle again. Short gain, falls ahead for a yard or 2. They're playing pretty safe here. I would guess that's that's a yard gain. They're going to be 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 for
for the Knights here from their own 5-yard line, 4-yard line. Conservative play call there. I understand that. I wonder if we won't get the same thing. Trying to give themselves a little room here. Maybe they've done that where they feel comfortable calling a passing play here. The Saints will be ready for anything. Just getting the play in. They're just now running the play in. There are 12 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry to get this one off. Short play call. So it looks like they broke the huddle to come into the line now. They're going to get it off with about 1 second left on the clock. Back to pass as McGuire hits Isaiah Keston. No, off his fingertips. He dropped it. Was going to run before he caught it. That would have been a first down for Newman. So a fortuitous bounce for the Saints as it bounces off his fingertips, and Newman will bring in the punt team. So
a little 10-yard hitch route, and he was pretty open, but just couldn't haul in the pass.
Good play call. Just got to execute that one.
Yeah, I felt like he did take his eyes off the ball there.
He was.
Just felt like he was getting ahead of himself.
Keston on the punt.
Was that punt
short
blocked?
punt? It might have been blocked. It might have been shanked. It only travels to about the 22-yard line.
Wow.
So it'll be Saints ball darn near to the Newman red zone with 1:21 to go in the first quarter. The Saints look to make up for that turnover and get the ball back inside that 5-yard line again. Go make up.
So that turnover doesn't cost much, does it? It costs, I suppose, a touchdown, but we're just rolled the clock back a little bit.
Go punch it in here, and they'll forget about that turnover.
You got it.
No doubt.
Great stop defensively.
Oh, man, on the punt there, his own blocker was kind of trying to get over to block, looks like Hillman.
Gotcha.
And he got in the way of his own punter. Short-legged it or whatever.
Reagan Witt on the carry. Charges ahead for 3 yards, 4 yards on first down to make it 2nd down and 6. Minute 10 to go here in the first quarter.
Duke Scoop on the replay. Duke, I'm glad you're here because I don't see a lot of that stuff. It's nice to have you here backing it up and telling us what happened.
I'm just trying to stay out the way.
Back in the wishbone for the Saints. Schwiesow takes the snap, hands it off to Connor King. Connor over the left side, down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, Saints.
And man, he had both arms on that ball that time.
That thing was not coming out. There's no doubt about it. It's another 10 or 12-yard gain for Connor King. 1st and goal, St. Ansgar. Timeout, Saints. We're going to talk this one over. 46 seconds remain in this first quarter. It is 6-0 Saints. They are knocking on the door again. 1st and goal for the Saints. Looks like they marked him down at the 3-yard line.
Hey, while we're in timeout here, let's talk about a couple things here. Now, on the live stream itself, you can kind of see it. Please consider donating, I should say, from the audio side. Please consider donating to keep the stream live. This is Saints TV has partnered with GiveButter.com, and GiveButter is very good at collecting donations from different organizations. And we've had a lot of kind people out there donating just to help keep this stream free so that those who cannot make it to cheer from the game are able to watch it in their living rooms or wherever it's convenient for them. Obviously, we don't do this stream for our own good. We're here watching the game. We're already here. But it's for those who are unable to be at the game cheering from the stands. Please, please, please consider GiveButter. 100%, by the way, 100% of the donations from GiveButter are donated to back to the school.
Yep. We appreciate all your support out there.
And,
so let's reset here. 46 seconds to go in the first quarter. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line for the Saints. Reagan Witt, Christian Michaels, Connor King in the backfield. Jace Schwiesow under center. Wishbone formation. Jace takes the ball, hands it off to Connor King. Touchdown, Saints! Connor King, 3-yard touchdown run. Guys, you could have driven a truck through that hole. I can't wait to see that on the replay.
Well,
Duke, you see what you see down there. But from this perspective, it looked like he had a wide berth for that touchdown run. Keeps both hands on the ball again, runs her into the end zone. 12-0 Saints.
No doubt about that one.
I always say, I think I could have ran through that hole, and that is saying something. We are going to go for 2 here. Looks like we're going to try to get that mixed extra point back. Jace back to pass, throws it over the left side.
Oh, what a catch.
Great catch.
Wow.
2-point conversion is good. That is Joe Clevenger on the reception. I think he might have had one hand on it.
I think he did.
And
the ball was a little out front of him.
Yeah.
And he just stretches out that paw, snags it, and corrals it in as he's diving.
What an
a
athletic
diving
catch.
Oh, that's awesome. 14-0 Saints, 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Saints erase that turnover. Right, they got one of their own, then gave one up right on the goal line, but force a 3-and-out, a poor punt, and 3 plays later, touchdown Saints.
They get it all done in the first quarter.
Yep, and we hope we'll mitigate our noise problem in the second quarter when we spend the entire time on the other end of the field, because we have spent the first quarter on the upwind side of the skate. So the audio hopefully gets a little better. Hopefully it's not too bad, but we have spent that entire quarter on that end of the field. So it is 14-0 Saints, not yet to the end of the first quarter. Our big guys up front are doing work tonight. Great start for your Saints. Connor King on to kick it off. Their return men are really deep, so I have a feeling this is going to Toby Keston again, whose feet are about the 18-yard line. And we're kicking into that stiff south wind right now, kind of holding that ball up. Good kick right to Toby Keston at about the 25-yard line. He cuts left, tries to come around right, coming around the outside, where he's met by Dylan Brum at the 35, 36-yard line. So good kick into the wind there, good tackle by Dylan Brum. It'll be 1st and 10 Newman. Mark him out at the down at the 37-yard line. 36 seconds to go in the first quarter here, so they should get a couple of plays in here. Going to come out in that other formation, so we're spread formation here out of the shotgun. McGuire takes the snap, rolls left, pressured by Michaels. Ball's tipped up in the air and incomplete. Incomplete pass. That was intended for Gage Peterson. Right off his fingertips. It was a little out in front of him. Off his fingertips, dangerous again. Could have been intercepted by the Saints. That just fell into an area where nobody was.
Exactly what I was thinking. That was another dangerous situation where it's typically the defender is in the best position after it comes off of somebody's fingertips like that.
Yep. So the Saints catch a break again there. That wasn't a perfectly thrown ball, but one that Gage probably wants to catch next time he gets it. Had a couple of those tonight for Newman. Hands it off up the middle, nothing doing. Gain of 1 for Sheldon, gain of 2 for Sheldon, make it 3rd down and 7, 3rd down and 8.
Probably the last play of the quarter as we wind down.
There's 14 seconds left in the quarter. Looks like Newman is in no hurry to run a play, so that will take us to the end of quarter number 1, where the Saints and Knights trade turnovers, but the Saints take advantage and lead 14-0 here at the end of the first quarter. Great start for St. Ansgar.
All right, with 2 streams going here, let's make an attempt to go to commercial here. We'll be right back after this.
First quarter with the score St. Ansgar 14, Newman Catholic 0. As always,
working here.
Raffle at the end of each quarter. We ended at the south 39-yard line, and Addison Meyer.
For nearly 30 years, we have been a partner to the communities in Northeast Iowa, fulfilling the energy needs of our neighbors and friends. A good partner knows your business and understands your needs. Providing the highest level of service possible is our mission. Our customers count on us to reliably and safely deliver the fuel products they need to keep their productivity high whenever the need arises. We are continuously improving our capabilities by adding storage, improving the fleet, or utilizing new technology. We've put together a well-rounded team of specialists who welcome the opportunity to answer your questions and assist your plans. These efforts result in a better experience for our customers. At Johnson Oil, we're in business to be partners in your success.
We are currently in our 10th year of operations here at Bet Roofing.
Welcome back to Mason City, where St. Ansgar leads Newman 14-0. The start of the second quarter here, 3rd down and long for the Knights. They're back to pass. McGuire complete right at the sticks to Toby Keston, their leading receiver. 1st down, Newman at the 48-yard line. Good pass, good catch there. Hard to defend. The defender was right there in good position, just unable to stop that perfectly thrown ball. So McGuire to Keston, like I said, that's their favorite combination passing-wise. Newman has been able to do almost nothing on the ground tonight. I think the Saints are going to have to be ready for a bunch of those short, quick out passes. Here they go back to the run game, run it around the end with Lewerke. Lewerke charges ahead for 4 yards on 1st down, so it'll be 2nd down and 6 across midfield now. So the best drive for Newman tonight, that I believe was their first down. And now they gain 4 on 2nd down. Nice little jet sweep there coming around the end with Lewerke. 2nd down and 6, 11 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. Saints defense stayed home there. That could have been a big gain. Did a nice job of staying home on this side of the defense. It's Hunter Hillman, I believe, and Christian Michaels. Pass. Ball was tipped by linebacker. That's Reagan Witt. Toby Keston's not wide open, but he's open enough to make that play. And Reagan Witt standing there, gets his hands up and gets the ball knocked down. Really went right through his hands. Probably wishes he could have picked that one off, but it had some steam on it. McGuire's got an arm. He throws 80 miles an hour off the mound in baseball, and it looks like he was that football was traveling about 80 miles an hour. So it's 3rd down and 6. Just across midfield in Saints territory. Newman in the shotgun here. Obvious passing situation. We bring a blitz. Michaels gets there, but he gets the ball out. Yep, but that's all about the pressure. Incomplete pass, so it'll be 4th down and 6. Michaels comes steaming out of his linebacker spot on the left side and puts enough pressure on Peterson that he has to McGuire, that he has to just get rid of it a little earlier than he wanted to, and the pass falls incomplete.
Couldn't set his feet, rushed him. Yeah, that's why that pass is broken up.
Looks like Newman may be going for it here. They're on the 48-yard line, so just across midfield. Either we're going to get a pooch punch, or they are going for it. 4 receivers. Looks like we've got a whistle and a timeout. Newman calls timeout right at the snap. The coaches must have called that from the sideline right as the snap was going off. So they were definitely running a play. They had 3 receivers on the top of the formation, the wide side of the field, and 1 down here on the near side. I assume that was going to be one of those quick passes out to that wide side of the field. So we'll see. The Saints got to look at the formation and the play there. I wonder if the Newman coaching staff is rethinking going for it here. I know it's 14-0, but it's awfully early in this game to give the Saints this kind of field position.
Well, and the quarterback wasn't in on that either, because that timeout came right as the ball was snapped, and the ball snapped over the quarterback's head as they blew the whistle.
Yep. So they're talking it over on the Newman sideline. Again, it's 4th down and 6, 10:48 to go in the second quarter, so we're early in the second quarter. Ball's at the 48-yard line of the Saints, so just across midfield in Saints territory. Coach Clevenger's out having a conversation with the referee on this side. Let's see what that's about. They do a good job of communicating things that maybe we see on our sideline and help them remember to keep an eye on. So that's always good. I was just trying to help. That's what I always tell them, just trying to help. So we're going to try this again. Newman back on. They huddle after the timeout here. And they appear to be going for it again. McGuire in the shotgun. Same formation. Back to pass. Throws it over the middle. And it is off.
Don't catch that.
Okay, so we have the craziest set of events. So let me try to explain to you what happened here. So
I might have missed it.
It is a 1st down Newman. It goes off the receiver's hands, off of Keston's hands, Isaiah Keston's hands, into our defender's hands, out of his hands, and into Sheldon's hands for Newman for a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So we went from certainly incomplete to into our defender's hands, and really an interception we didn't want. But somehow it bounces into the Newman guys' hands who are standing there watching. We'll have to watch that one on replay. But the craziest thing you'll see this week for sure turns into a 1st down for Newman. He handed off on 1st down to Sheldon. He gets absolutely nothing, maybe a yard, and he's down.
Well, that's why they had to call that timeout, to draw that goofy circus play up where it bounced off 5 players before they finally caught it.
Sheldon does get up under his own power. Looks like maybe he had the wind knocked out of him.
I did miss it.
Oh,
we didn't even have the camera on it.
Yeah, see, I got a little excited on that one, and that ball went off screen, and I didn't get it moved.
Well, you can be forgiven though, Eric, because that was quite the sequence of events.
I've never seen anything like that.
I thought that ball was down, right, and it wasn't. It pops up off the white jersey.
Yeah, and our guy was laying on the ground. I think it, like you said, might have bounced off of him and up, and somehow the Newman receiver standing there and plucks it out of the air for a 1st down.
I believe that's the Newman effect, boys.
Yeah, 2nd down and 9, 26-yard line, 10 minutes to go in the 1st half. Back to pass, complete again out to the right side for a 1st down. That's a 10-yard gain for Newman. Caught by Keston again. I think that's what we're going to see the rest of the night, boys. They aren't going to be able to run the ball on us, so we're going to go to the quick passing game. McGuire's got a decent arm. If his receivers would start catching the ball instead of kicking it up in the air, good things would happen for them.
And I'm sure they're counting on that turning around because you're right. The running game is simply not there.
It's just not there. Yep. And here they pitch it out to Lewerke in the running game, and he's going to lose about 5 yards on first down. Just nothing doing in the running game. Hunter Hillman there to darn near take the pitch, makes the tackle, and Newman loses 5 yards on first down to make it 2nd down and 15. Ball at the 15-yard line.
Loss on the play for the Knights will bring up 2nd and 15.
Excuse me, ball at the 20-yard line now. With that loss of 5, the ball is at the 20-yard line. 2nd down, 15, 9 minutes to go in the first half. Newman's first drive looks like they're threatening here. They've got something going. Back in the shotgun, obvious passing situation here. Back to pass, caught. Ecumenis catches that ball again. A nice short pass, a sure pass, kind of an extension of the running game, just out into this left flat here. Gain of 7. Be 3rd down and 4 from the 9 or 10-yard line. Big play here, likely 4-down territory. See if the Saints bring some pressure here on 3rd and 5. Newman's putting a pretty impressive drive together. They're throwing the ball well, mixing it up, hitting a bunch of different receivers. Put a man in motion here. Back to passes, McGuire into the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Incomplete. Looks like Christian Michaels there on the coverage. Pass was intended for Lewerke. So that makes it 4th down and 5. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Well thrown ball. Good coverage by Christian Michaels. No chance to complete it there. He threw it. McGuire threw it where only his guy could catch it, which meant nobody was going to catch it. If he'd hit the receiver with it, I think Michaels might have stepped in front of it. So Newman going for it here on 4th and 5 from the 9-yard line. Big play here for the Saints defense. McGuire puts a man in motion, back to pass. Quick pass to the corner of the end zone, incomplete. But we do have a flag on the play.
Man. Oh, man.
Going to get a pass interference. Yep.
And that ball, that's tough because that ball was
clearly uncatchable.
Yeah.
I think they just got tangled up, as they're going for the ball, and he definitely knocked him down. So, that's one of those calls. You see it go both ways. Incidental contact, or does he, does he get tangled up with him? Either way, doesn't matter. They call it pass interference, so it'll be 1st and goal Newman.
Looked uncatchable to me, but what do I know?
Yep.
Well, from here, it sure looked like that thing was way out of bounds.
Yep, sure did. Sure did. So 1st and goal, Saints defense got to step up big here again. Four more downs for Newman. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Hands it off to number 1. He goes nowhere. Tries that right side with the running game. Nothing doing. 2nd down. Okay, so Newman's going to get 7 shots at it from the 5-yard line. Let's see if the Saints defense can bow their neck here and keep him out of the end zone. Through 4, they've done a nice job. Got to survive 3 more.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that 30-yard circus play, who knows where this drive
exactly.
would have gone,
Exactly. McGuire under center again. Back to pass. Pressured. Brought down by Hillman, but he gets rid of it. I don't know how that's not intentional grounding.
That should be intentional grounding.
Yeah, and it is intentional
There it
grounding.
is.
There we got the flag.
Although, he got up complaining to the referee. So is it the grounding or is it the complaining to the referee?
Or is it the complaining to the referee? We have a penalty flag. They're sorting it out now. This would be big because it's 3rd and 5 as it stands if that's just an incomplete pass. We're going to tack some penalty yards on one way or the other. Let's see what happens here.
Hey, we got Sam Porsche here. I'd like to know what Sam thinks of what just happened there. Sam, put this headset on you. Tell us what you think. What's happening here with that play?
It is intentional grounding on Newman, so that'll back them up.
The quarterback was inside the tackle box, so when he throws it out of bounds. So the quarterback, like I just said, the quarterback was in the tackle box, and if you throw that out of bounds inside the tackle box, that's going to be an obvious intentional grounding. And Hillman hit him hard.
Yeah, Hillman was going to sack him, so it was
Yep.
it was smart of him to throw it
So-
away, but he didn't get it done in time, so it's now 4th down.
4th and 20.
From the 20-yard line.
That's
So it's essentially 4th. That's not correct because it is not 4th and goal, is it? Yeah, it is. It is 4th and goal from the 20-yard line. Newman's going to need another one of those circus plays to convert here.
Right.
They are going for it. I do not believe they have a place kicker. Back to pass is McGuire. Pressured again, thrown complete, but short of the end zone.
That is a turnover.
Turnover on downs. Really nice catch there. Did you catch who that was, Sam? Is that Keston? Yeah, number 2, Toby Keston. Catches the ball, but is down at about the 6-yard line where it'll turn it over on downs to the Saints.
Hopefully the Saints can put up a drive here.
I mean, what an effort by the Saints defense there to turn them away. Right from the 5-yard line, they had 8 attempts, 7 attempts at it, something like that from the 5-yard line, and they cannot punch it in. So 7 minutes to go in the first half. The Saints lead 14-0. First down for those Saints. Jay Schwiesau under center. He handed it off up the middle there. Who do you see there? Looks like Christian Michaels. Christian Michaels tries the left side for 3, maybe 4. 4 yards for Christian, so that'll be 2nd and 6. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half.
I believe that they went for it at least 4 times on 4th down. That was gutsy of them.
Yep, good Saints defense, bend but don't break there, right?
If you keep getting tries, why not use them?
Yep, absolutely. Jace back under center here. He hands it off. He keeps it. Comes around the end, keeps it. Nice tackle by Jimenez.
Still a tackle.
Yep, exactly. Jace gains 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short. They give him the first down. I thought he was just short. He is not. He is across the line to gain first down, Saints, from the 16-yard line. 6 minutes to go in this quarter, Sam. What do you say we burn this entire quarter up and score a touchdown here right before half? Sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Who's talking on your comments? Who's talking this?
We've got Sam Porsche up here joining us. Handoff goes to Christian Michael. He breaks the tackle. Up the sideline he goes. Breaks another tackle. Brought down at midfield. Christian Michaels with a gain of 25 yards on first down. Nifty run there by Christian Michaels. Broke 3 tackles along the way. Just zigged and zagged his way all the way up the sideline.
49-yard line.
Ball at the 49-yard line. First down.
Shades of Kyle Hansen there.
No doubt. That is exactly who that reminded me of. Kyle, that's a great pull. That's a Kyle Hansen-style run right there.
Under center.
4 receivers.
Michaels in motion, but it's a
little pitch
to
out.
Michaels.
Pitch to Michaels up the sideline. Nearly the first down. Looks like he gains 8 yards on first down.
On the
maybe 9.
On the big run by by Michaels. McGuire, he's probably like a foot taller than Michaels. But it shows that even if you are small, you can still play.
That's right. 2nd down and 1. Saints ball at the 42-yard line of Newman, so they're across midfield here again, looking to score before the half. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. 3 receiver set. Jay Schwiesau under center. Hands it off
to Christian up the middle.
What do you get? Did you get the first down there, Sam?
Yep.
You bet.
First down, Saints.
So, Sam, you got a nickname? We all got nicknames on the broadcast. We got to come up with.
I don't know if I got a nickname yet.
Well, we'll work on that. Maybe in the comments you guys can help us with a nickname for a 5th grade Sam Porsche.
Great commentary.
All right, first down Saints at the 40-yard line. Saints are driving. Jay Schwiesau back to pass.
Passing it. He has Brum. Overthrows it.
Yeah, had Brum open, just missed him. That would have been a 30-plus yard completion, but just overthrown, just out of the reach of Dylan Brum. Ball falls incomplete. That'll be 2nd down and 10. What I like about that play there, Sam, that's a play the Saints can do on first down, knowing, well, we've got the offense that can get us a first down from 2nd and 10. especially the way they're running the ball tonight and the way that offensive line is working.
Triple formation. It's a handoff to Michaels, who goes for a round.
Rumbling and stumbling.
Yeah.
Well, 15, 20 yards.
15, 20 yards, yep.
First down, Saints. Like I said, 2nd and 10 doesn't bother the Saints tonight. Gain of 15-plus yards on first down. We'll make it 1st and 10 from the, what have we got here, Sam?
24.
24-yard line?
24-yard line.
All right, so not quite to the red zone yet for the Saints. In the shotgun is Schwiesau back to pass.
Gonna find Remster, knocked away by McGuire.
Keston. That's Isaiah Keston knocks it away. Really nice job by Keston. The ball was a little behind Tyke Remster, so it allowed the defender to get a hand on it, knock it away. It is 2nd down and 10. That's one of those plays we haven't seen yet this year that we talked about in the pregame. Thought we might get some new offense tonight. That was one of them.
I think that was a quick slant.
Yep, absolutely.
And that would have been a dime to complete that pass.
Yeah.
That defender was on him like a shadow.
Michaels to the 12-yard line.
Nice, again, gain of 11 or 12 yards on 2nd and 10 to make it 1st down Saints at the 14-yard line.
Man, there's so many big plays on this drive. I can't clip all the replays fast enough.
I mean, it's very clear that we're winning up front in such a big way that our running backs are feasting tonight up the middle. Really fun to see. Give credit to those big guys up front again, doing that job. That's a kind of an unsung hero kind of job up front, but man, they're important.
Right. Hang in motion.
Reagan Witt.
Touchdown, Reagan Witt.
Sorry, Joe, go ahead.
Touchdown, Saints.
Beautifully. Well done, Sam. Reagan Witt carries it up the middle. 12-yard, 14-yard touchdown run for Reagan Witt. I think, he got a hand, maybe 2 on him. Again, the offensive line blowing guys up for a fairly easy 14-yard touchdown run for Reagan Witt. That's about as easy as a run gets for that guy. Usually he has to bowl his way through there. Didn't have to on that one. Makes it 20-0 Saints, 4:08 to go in the first half. Connor King on to kick the extra point.
Down the middle.
Right, it is good. 21-0 Saints, 4:08 to go in the first half. The Saints lead 21-0. So a really great turn of events there, right? Obviously, to make that goal line stand twice down there defensively, get that ball back, force the turnover on downs, and then march it right down the field in about 2.5 minutes. Go 85 yards?
Yeah, from the 6-yard line was? I thought it was a 6-yard line.
You're right. Yep, it was.
So,
a 94-yard drive.
Then we got about whiplash watching him go down the field that quick.
Yeah, that's about as fast as this offense can move down the field. I liked our offensive looks passing-wise. We weren't able to complete either of them, but I tell you what, it makes them pay attention to that, keep an eye on that offensive passing game. And we'll come back to those plays, and we'll need them as the season progresses, so I'm sure they'll continue to work on that. I like the play designs.
For sure.
Newman did a pretty good job of defending that one, as Duke pointed out on that one incomplete pass.
Yeah.
That if that's a really narrow window.
He had to lead him perfectly off of his, I think it was his back foot, too.
Absolutely, yep. And he had to hit him exactly perfectly to complete that pass. And as it was, a harmless incomplete pass.
Got a couple scores from around the conference for you. Lake Mills is up over Belmont Clemmy after the first quarter, 28-0.
28-0 there. Okay.
And West Hancock is beating South Central Calhoun 30-0.
30-0. So that South Central Calhoun West Hancock game was a game a lot of people were watching tonight to kind of determine, are West Hancock and St. Ansgar for real, right? Because South Central Calhoun was ranked early in the season, expected to be good. So that is a statement.
That is
Connor King kicks it off. Ecumenis, I think, maybe has the ball. Returns it to the 25-yard line. That one with the carry there, I believe, with the return. They started. The Newman guys keep getting up slower and slower on every play. This has been a physical game, and they are feeling it already here in the first half.
On the touchdown run by Reagan Witt, I believe that King in motion really drew everybody right to him, and then Reagan Witt was just able to shoot right down the middle.
Yep, you're right on. All that misdirection, guys Yeah, they've got 3 guys to defend in our offense, right? There's 3 guys who might have the ball all the time, and that's tough to defend. So Newman's got the ball, 4 minutes to go here in the half.
McGuire.
Back to
It's going to be a pass. Taking a deep drop off. Drop
incomplete.
Back, and it's going to be an incomplete pass to
was
the sideline.
Intended for Keston.
Yep.
Out here. Again, they pretty well defended. Dylan Brum was all over him. That was a ball he just threw up. And I'm not sure, again, if he'd have thrown it where Keston could have caught it, I think maybe Dylan Brum might have been going the other way with it. So he threw it to the sideline where really nobody could catch it. They appear to have abandoned the run. Does anybody see Sheldon out there, number 21? He's their lead running back, lead rusher on the season, and he went out a little gimpy in that last drive.
That's not good for them.
And I do not. Oh, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
He is
in the
back.
backfield.
He's back in the backfield here.
Could be a handoff to number 6.
Nothing doing
Gage
there.
Peterson, and he doesn't get really any yardage. I think he got 2 yards on that. 3.
So it'll be 3rd down. They mark him down early. They mark him down, so it's 3rd and 10. They mark him down for no gain. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and 10. Again, Newman's trying to run the ball at the middle. They got to have some balance, right, or we're going to pin our ears back and go kill their quarterback. But they just can't get anything going on the ground. Saints defensive line have shut them down beautifully tonight. So back into that shotgun formation.
5 wide receivers.
Yep. Interesting formation here.
One of them, the running back blocks.
Picked off. Ball's intercepted.
And this could be going all the way.
Pick 6.
Pick
six,
Saints. Tyke Remster with the Saints touchdown. Read that pass beautifully, picks it off, breaks a tackle, runs it into the end zone. 27-0 Saints, 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Amazing job by the D-line. They really got in there, forced him to make a decision, and he decided and he picked the wrong decision.
Yep, forced him to make that tough decision to having to throw it a little early. Tyke Remster did a beautiful job of reading it.
Right up
Picks
there.
it off and runs it back into the end zone. 27-0 Saints. Connor King on to kick the extra point, and what has become a runaway for your St. Ansgar Saints. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. And it is good. Yeah.
Kind of looked no good from our
It did.
angle.
It looked like it might be left again. Plenty of height on it, plenty of distance, but he
Right down
snuck
the
it over that left goal post. And the Saints lead 28-0.
Looks like we didn't run out all the clock this time, but
What
still
a
scored.
change this game has experienced in the last 3.5 minutes, right? At 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game, Newman was first and goal at the 5-yard line. Looked like they were going in to make it a 14-7 game.
There were some penalties on them. They've been driving, but they just aren't able to finish.
Yep, 3.5 minutes later, it is 28-0 Saints. Right, from 14-7 to 28-0. That is
quite the swing.
Shows how we can score.
Yep, and credit to the defense, right? That created obviously one of those touchdowns, 100% on them. Keep Newman out of the end zone. On the drive prior to that, they forced a bad punt from the end zone to get the ball at the 20-yard line. This defense is legit and playing lights out.
My dad says that if we might not have the players that are the best at their position, but we have a lot of athletic players that can play their position.
Yep.
So that helps with our scoring potential. Lots of young players coming onto the scene.
It must be pajama night in the student section,
Yep.
Sam. Looks
Lots
like
of
we
onesies.
got a lot of onesies in the student section tonight. So it is PJ night here. I see a
Cow.
what do they call that?
Sully.
Yeah, that.
Sully.
Looks like a hood with a blanket on it. It looks warm.
Good kick.
A Snuggie.
The Snuggie, there
Drives
you
him
go.
Back.
Keston takes the ball at about the 5-yard line.
Running outside. He stays up and goes. 2 flags thrown at them.
Yep. So
Wynn
ball
carries it over there.
carries it out to the 25-yard line, limps off the field.
Ooh.
We've got multiple flags in. Let's see what those are about. Generally an illegal block in the back. Let's see if that's what we get here. It sure is.
Yes.
Illegal block on Newman. That'll back them up. So we'll take that return to the 25-yard line and back it up to about the 15.
Penalty riddled game.
No doubt.
So-
Newman can't be happy with what they've done penalty-wise this evening.
Feel bad for the quarterback. He's got to rushed out there.
Yeah. Without that run game, without the ability to run the ball,
their running backs, their lead running backs, a bit banged up, so that doesn't help them.
Yep, and they were forced to sit back there and try to pass it, and we are pinned our ears back and decided we're not going to let them be comfortable back there in the pocket.
So pass again. They catch it.
Yep, out complete.
It's
short gain.
5 yards, 4 yards.
Yep. Isaiah Keston on the reception. Looks like they're only going to give him 2, Sam.
Oh.
So not much doing there. Well executed play. Just our defense is ready for it. They were all over that one. Newman's got 3 or 4 guys out there limping around right now. This has been a physical game.
I mean, no sacks for the Saints, but they've been getting in there, rushing the quarterback.
Tons of pressures and hurries.
If I'm McGuire back there, I don't know what I would be doing.
So 3 receivers are going to keep
Tricky.
it back.
Oh,
bad
snap.
He jumps on it. Newman jumps on it, but they're going to lose 10 more on the play.
To the 2 or 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Wow. Low snap. Low snap. McGuire's not able to reach down to get it. It slides all the way down to the 2.
Yep. And that was. So St. Ansgar calls a timeout to preserve the clock there.
35-0 at halftime.
I like that. I like that,
Yeah.
Sam. Let's see if we can get that done here. Got to have a big play here, right? It is 3rd down and 20. Newman has called timeout, so they're gonna, St. Ansgar called timeout to preserve a little time on the clock. They have 1 timeout remaining is all they'll have left. It'll be 3rd and 20 for Newman from the 3-yard line, 2 or 3 yard line. So they're not going to have a lot of room to work here. I would expect a short pass again to try to get themselves a little punting room. Newman's best offensive play of the night was that circus catch. So I assume they're probably drawing that up over there again on the sideline. See if they can't have it bounce off a couple of guys and into their guys' hands. But that is, I think Eric said it, that's what happens at this place. That's what happens on this field. There's crazy things like that. So the Saints will keep their foot on the gas here. I've seen this play out before. Newman is one of the better teams in terms of they know us. They make really good halftime adjustments. So I'm sure and that's what that timeout's about. We're going to keep our foot on the gas. Let's see if we can get the ball back and score again here.
Just got to watch out for those Rube Goldberg plays.
Exactly right. Yep. So 3rd down and 20 for Newman.
Shotgun. Running a blitz. He's going to throw it deep.
Incomplete.
Bounces off his fingertips. Almost a
Isaiah
huge
Keston
gain.
had it on his fingertips for a 1st down for about a 30-yard gain. And right off his fingertips it goes, falls to the turf.
Any chance they go for it?
I think we'll see a punt here.
They've already done it before, but they're in their own territory this
That
time,
incomplete pass does stop the clock.
Yep.
So it leaves almost 2 full minutes for the St. Ansgar offense here.
Depending on what happens on the punt. Maybe punt return.
Keston on the kick. Another low punt, nearly blocked. Fielded by Brum.
Dylan Brum goes out of bounds with...
Inside the 30-yard line, though, looks like, right?
About a 10-yard return, looks like.
So it'll be Saints ball.
With about
1st
2
and
minutes
10.
left. Yep.
At the 29-yard line, somewhere in that range.
Yep.
Or 20-yard line. Okay, is what they say. 19-yard line. Here we go. We keep moving that way, Sam. I like that move. So we just need a 19-yard drive. Minute 58 seconds to go in the first half. Your Saints lead 28-0. How does this running clock to start the second half sound?
Pass to Hillman on the right side.
Great performance for your Saints to start this game.
Yep.
And we're not taking our foot off the gas. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers.
Hillman,
4 receivers.
Hillman.
There it is.
Hits. Incomplete. Pass.
Right outside of Dylan Brum.
Intended for Dylan Brum in the corner of the end zone. Just a foot too far.
There.
Yeah. Dylan made a great effort, stretched out, laid out to try to catch it just a little outside of his reach. Love the play design, love the attempt there. Take a little bit off that ball, and that's a touchdown. And a beautiful touchdown. So we'll see what the Saints do here on 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 19, 1:53 to go.
Shotgun again. Hillman one-on-one at the bottom of the field. It looks like he is going to look for Brum.
He goes up and gets it.
Touchdown
Saints!
For the touchdown. Dylan Brum with the toe drag swag right there.
Great catch. Great catch, Dylan Brum. Back corner of the end zone. Great pass by Jay Sweesow. Hits him right at the high point. And,
Ran up and got that.
He sure did. Great catch for Dylan. Great pass for Jay Sweesow. And the Saints are off to the races. Connor King on to make it 35-0 with 1:45 to go.
Really physical one-on-one matchup right there.
Yeah, that is for sure.
But when Dylan usually gets matched up like that, he usually burns this man, but in the red zone, he shows that he can go up and get that ball. If there's a flag.
Yep. Got a flag, I believe. Their guy's a little early again. Sure is. He doesn't like the call. But that's going to give us half the distance to the goal for the Saints. So
1 yard line to go for it.
Make this try a little shorter. So, yeah, do we go for 2 here?
Yeah.
Let's see here. They're looking over the sideline. What do you want us to do, Coach?
I don't think Clev's going to mess around up 34.
Nope.
Yeah. And you are correct. We're going to keep the PAT unit on the field to try to make it 35-0. Connor King on to attempt the kick.
Motion. Oh.
Kick is up, and it is good. They sure did. And
I think they're just doing that motion to kind of throw them off because they're really trying to jump that edge there on those
I could see Jace rolling out off of there and throwing it to Dylan after he showed what he could do. But
So that's a huge point for the Saints. That'll make it 35-0, which means we will have a running clock as long as the point differential remains 35 points. And that starts right away. It used to only start in the second half. Now it starts right away. So the end of this first half will go very quickly. Newman will have the ball here with 1:45, but they can only stop the clock with timeouts, injuries, or penalties.
Potentially, we could win 70-0.
Here you go. We're on pace, I think is what they say, Sam. We're on pace to win 70-0. We like that score.
70-20, maybe like the Dolphins game.
There you go. There you go. I don't. We don't want to get to 20 though, do we? On their side, let's keep them out of the end zone. Keep that shutout going. This game has gone exactly the way the Saints wanted it to go. What a phenomenal night here for St. Ansgar, defensively, offensively, clicking on all cylinders here this evening.
Pretty cool stat line. We have only one game our defense has allowed over 20 points this season, I believe.
And that was against a team outside of our class, right? That's a ranked team in Class A. Yep. Absolutely. So Connor King on to do the kicking here. Kick it off.
Get him deep. Score a touchdown here.
I like it. I like the way you think. Looks like we've got Isaiah Keston back deep. Fielded by one of the up men.
He will break a tackle, but goes back and is out of bounds, and he takes a slide on his knees.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Newman at the 30-yard line. Who made the tackle there, Sam?
I think that was Tyson Klein and Connor King.
Awesome.
And maybe Michael's in there, too.
A host of Saints, in the words of Mr. Simeone.
That's right, a host of Saints. So the clock runs, 1:15 and counting here to go in the first half. I'm sure Newman, at this point, will be happy to go to the locker room and talk about this thing and try to make some adjustments. I don't expect we'll see a lot from them here unless something really good happens here on first down. I'm sure that's their thought is let's try to get a chunk here on first down, then we can talk about it. McGuire back to pass. Caught by Keston. And they do exactly that.
Good tackle by Dylan Brum. That could have been a touchdown right there.
Yep. Gain of 20 as it is for Newman to Keston across midfield to the 49-yard line. Now they will go, right? Just exactly what we said. They can get a good gain on first down, they will go. 37 seconds to go in the half. Ball at about midfield.
Shotgun takes a snap, looking deep. It is
caught.
Incomplete.
Knocked
away by Carson Sparrow.
Yeah, Carson Sparrow makes the nice play. Defensively, ball's in his hands. Carson hits him, knocks it loose.
Got rocked.
That would have been a gain of 10. That would have been a first down. But it falls incomplete thanks to the defense of Carson Sparrow. 10 seconds to go on the clock. Looks like Newman's going to let it run out and go to half here. They're not going to get another play off.
I know. I'm not going to get some food. That line's like 20 minutes long.
They do call timeout. Newman calls timeout with 2 seconds to go, so they're going to run.
Field goal?
At Newman Catholic, they're going to run what we call a Hail Mary, I believe. See what I did there? Keep your comments to yourself in the chat. I like my jokes. So it looks like they are going to try to run one play to try to get some points here, try to get a little momentum. at the end of the first half. The Saints lead 35-0. Second down and 10, 2 seconds to go in the first half. Ball at the 49-yard line.
Maybe not a Hail Mary. They might run some flips.
Yeah, maybe they'll run that, bounce it off of 3 guys, and off of our guy laying on the ground and into their hands play again. We want to see that one on camera, so we need to get that one again.
Just chuck it on
maybe
the
this
guy.
time it'll bounce up to our guy. How about we do that, Sam? Let's do that. We'll bounce it up, and our guy will pick it off and return it for 6, and we'll make it 42 donut here at half.
Yep.
Well, we called it. You heard it here, folks, if that's what happens.
Somebody run down and tell Clev to draw that play out. See what he thinks.
So one final chance here in the first half for Newman.
Yep. Looks like they're running.
You got 5 receivers again here. 4 receivers.
It all depends on what the running back does.
Yeah.
Yep, he stands back to block. It's going to be Hail Mary, and that is going to be not good.
It's caught, but way short of the first down. Caught at about the 30-yard line. The first half will end there painlessly. 35-0 Saints at the end of the first half.
Back-to-back games, no points allowed in the first half.
We saw a little bit of everything there. We got, the Saints managed to get 2 turnovers, scored off of both of them, a pick 6 on one, and a 3-play drive after the other one for a touchdown.
Yep.
The Saints did turn it over inside the 1-yard line, but that ended up not hurting them. And then the Saints defense, hats off, just can't say enough about what they've done to limit Newman's offense. We talked about limiting their passing attack. Newman's gotten their yards through the air like we knew they would, but we've done a good job of bending and not breaking when they get down to that end zone. We again 7 attempts from the 5-yard line, no points. That's you just tip your hat to the defense in plays like that.
Another score update for you. Osage is playing Crestwood, and they're up 16-8 with 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
Interesting. Okay. So Osage took a tough loss last week on homecoming. They lost their homecoming game in kind of surprising fashion, I would say, but in lousy weather to North Fayette Valley, I believe. So that was just their second loss of the season. They had not lost since we beat them in week 1. Do you have an update on that West Hancock score? Let's go back to that because we were kind of in game there. While he tries to find that score, there's a lot of eyes on that game in terms of kind of evaluating how good our district is, right? Yeah. Because South Central Calhoun, like I said, was ranked early. They were supposed to be good. I think they are good. They have a good record on that side of the state, kind of in an area, where a lot of similar teams don't play. So for West Hancock to play them, they were up 35-0 early in that game as well. I think that bodes well for the strength of our district. It's always interesting. It's always interesting how this thing plays out in terms of, you never know because you don't play each other until you get later on into that playoff. So it's good to see West Hancock kind of go and run it up on South Central Calhoun. I think that's a good sign. Bodes well for the strength of our district. It is halftime, 18 minutes to go before the second half.
Homecoming at the half. Hey, we're going to take a moment here to thank some people here. Thank you to Farmer State Bank, and thank you to Grain Millers. Their generous donations pay for the St. Andrews students to attend all of the home games for free. Sam Porsche is signing off. Thank you, Sam. That was a lot of fun.
Good work,
you
Sam.
Comment the second. What's that? You say he's coming back in? Is that what he said? He said he's coming back in? I'm not sure. Say it again. Say it again.
Well, you're welcome anytime.
Yeah, that was fun. Good to have
Sam
Junior Broadcaster Day here on Saints TV. Sam did an awesome job. I am packing my bags. I got a box, and I'm putting my stuff in it. I think I am short for this job.
Yeah.
I hate that when they bring the box. It's Friday. They brought the box in. It was time to go, I guess. Sam did a great job. Happy to have him. That's we need as many hands on deck as we can get here at Saints TV.
We really do. We really do. So, again, a little bit of house cleaning here. Again, I want to make sure we thank you, FSB. Thank you, Grain Millers. Thanks to all those out you who are commenting. There's really, really generous people giving out there. As a matter of fact, if you're one of them, here's our Donate Here slide. If you're listening to the broadcast, yours is just kind of stuck to the screen. We want to make it easy for you to scan that QR code. If you are watching this game, you know how nice it is to be able to watch this game from somewhere else, or at least listen to this game. In this case, if you're listening to the radio broadcast, but watching the highlights from last weekend, our goal is to produce value. And obviously, if you can't be here but want to be here, we want to make sure that Saints TV is here for you. Please, please, please consider donating so that we can keep this stream free. By the way, it's the businesses that are making this happen, and we are offering a free business listing. It's a separate QR code here if you're a business in Mitchell County that serves the residents of St. Ansgar. You have a right to a free listing, and plus more if you would like. So, hey, I think Joe's probably got some stats for us. Does that sound accurate, Joe?
I do. I have some stats for you from the first half. The biggest one that sticks out to me as I look at this, 230 yards rushing for the Saints in the first half of that game. Ooh. 230 yards. Jace with 24. Connor King with 79 and 2 touchdowns. Dylan Brum with 17. Christian Michaels with 89. Reagan Witt with 21 and a touchdown. Jace was 4 for 7 passing, 41 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown, of course, was to Dylan Brum, a 19-yard catch, a beautiful catch in the back of the end zone. You're going to want to hit play and rewatch this game to see that catch.
Don't forget about the 2-point conversion one by Clevenger.
Yes, and that catch. We got
goodness,
2 amazing catches. Yeah, no doubt. So a great night offensively. Carson Sparrow has 2 catches for 14 yards. Connor King 1 for 8. For Newman, we said they would get their yards passing, and they have. They have 102 yards passing, 7 for 17. There's the number there. Right, they average 17 pass attempts in a game this year. We forced them into 17 pass attempts in the first half.
You're kidding me. So that all comes down to we cannot run the ball. We've got to pass the ball. That's our only chances. And defensively, wow, we've been doing a great job against it.
They have a total of negative 5 yards rushing. So when I say they've been unable to run the ball, I'm not exaggerating. They have been unable to run the ball. They have 2 guys with negative yards rushing. And that's hats off to the Saints defense. Defensive line playing out of this world again this evening and doing what they needed to do, right? The Saints knew that they would have to win that up front. I think that was keys to victory number 1, was win that battle up front. So offensively, Eberling, Nesvet, Hansen, Easley, and Halverson doing the work up front. On the offensive line, defensive line-wise, we got Connor King and Hunter Hillman on the outside, and Nesvet and Easley on the inside. Most of the night, that's been our lineup, and they have done their job. We don't talk about those guys enough, but man, they sure look good, and they're fun to watch.
Funny as I'm running the camera and I'm like, hey, who was in on that? So I'm kind of zooming in a little bit. It's always Nesvet. I'm catching Nesvet about every single time.
Yep.
So that's fantastic.
Yep. I killed our replay clip, but we'll get that back up and going.
You keep talking, I'll find a way.
So, rushing-wise, like I said, they've negative yards. They've got 102 yards passing. I'm most impressed tonight, from a Saints perspective, by that multiple goal line stand where we had to do it twice because of what I think was a ticky-tack penalty.
I agree.
But, that's neither here nor there. The Saints did their job there. And, again, I'll go back to there were 6.5 minutes left in the half, and the Saints were leading 14-0. Newman had the ball, 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. They got 7 cracks at it from there, didn't get it in. The Saints take it the other way, and just 6 minutes later, it's 35-0 Saints. So how the tables turned, the momentum turned in this game really quickly, thanks to the defense. We've got a pick 6 for Tyke Remster. We've kind of seen it all tonight. A couple of great catches, a pick 6, a great defense, and holes that you could drive semis through for our running backs. And, man, what a fun night of football this has been through first half. We talked about it. Newman knows us very, very well. They've played Clevenger teams every year since Clevenger's been here. They will make some adjustments here in the second half. And the Saints are not going to rest. I have a feeling we will keep our foot on the gas. I think we saw that. Up 28-0, a couple of pass attempts. We want to try some things. This is a team that has the potential to be really good. I think Coach Clevenger would tell you we're getting better every week. We're not there yet, but we have the potential to be really good. And to maximize that, we got to go get better every week. And we have to run plays like that and see if we can execute them, because we're going to need one of those for a first down in a big game in the coming weeks. And it's best to try to get that done early. So fun to see for the Saints. Great first half.
Yeah, I think so. Steve Bieland, I don't know if you know that guy or not.
I've
but anyway,
heard of him.
He says that's probably just because we have a lot of baseball players out there. I'm sure that's probably true.
You know, I woke up this morning and thought, the last time we played Newman in a sporting event, dude, what happened? Gosh, I can't remember. Oh, that's right. I think we beat the #1 team to go to state in baseball in their hometown, like 5 blocks from their home place, which is a road game, of course, you know how that works. But anyway, that's what I thought of this morning. So maybe there's a few folks thinking about baseball here today as the Saints play Newman again. After the bunt heard around the world by Carson Sparrow and the pitching performance of a lifetime from Tate Meyer and Jay Schwiesow, I had a front row seat to that one, gentlemen, and I will tell you that was a lot of fun, and that's what high school sports are about, right? And I think this group of kids, a lot of the same kids, right? We had 3 seniors on that baseball team that graduated, so a lot of these same kids are out here tonight, either in uniform or in the stands watching, and they care about that, and they want to go create that opportunity for themselves in football. And I think the message has been from the coaches is we got to get better, and we just have to keep chasing perfection, right? And I've heard Coach Clevenger say that a couple of times. We are chasing perfection. We're climbing Everest. I think he says that as well.
Yep, I've heard that.
And that's what this is about. And what we've seen so far tonight has taken another step up that mountain. No doubt about that. We have taken another step up that mountain. And credit to the guys. Credit to the kids who put the work in and put the time in to try to make that happen, to be a little bit better this week than they were last week. And it's in all the sports, and we're really blessed here in our community to have a lot of great support inside the school, outside the school, from parents and teachers and players and coaches that really have these kids motivated and driven to be that little bit better. And yeah, it's really nice to be good at football and baseball and track and basketball and all those things, but it's better to turn out the men that I think our sports programs are turning out right now.
No doubt about it. If you want to go back to that baseball game we were talking about, so we ran a stream that night. We almost didn't. Like, we weren't going to. The state of Iowa was charging us for it. Everything was working against us in that one. There was no cell signal. There was no, it's a historic Roosevelt Field. There's so many reasons we just weren't even going to try and stream that game. But it was the avid Saints TV supporters who were just pressuring us. You've got to stream that game. You've got to stream that game. And we said, you know what? We'll look into it. And Janet and I actually took a drive over the day before that game just to take a look at it. And the folks at Mason City High School who were responsible for getting the facility ready for the event were kind enough to let us in, show us around. Beautiful, beautiful field. We tried a lot of different things that night, and obviously things went our way. We were able to stream that game. If you haven't seen it, it's out there.
You got to go
Saints
watch it.
TV. You've got to watch that game. A very, very tight game, a well-fought, well-played game by both teams. Exactly the game that we expected, and it was going to be the team that took the biggest chance.
Yep.
And trusting their players to make the big plays was going to be the team that won. And Joe, to your point, a 2-strike bunt by Carson Sparrow.
Yep.
Jay Schwiesow to throw a strike right down the middle for strike 3 to end that game and create the dog pile that the entire world got to see. It kind of caused the earth to rumble just a bit when everybody went piling on top of everybody after that. What a game. And it almost didn't – I mean, the game itself was going to happen, but it almost didn't get posted to where everyone could see it. And again, thanks for your Saints TV support. Those of you who are out there watching and always asking, "Hey, you streaming this weekend's game?" We love it. We do this for you. We do this because you're giving us the energy to do it.
Boom! We got some
and
music.
And it's homecoming. I don't know if you can hear that at home or not. But it's definitely homecoming.
I think back on that game. Jace pitched the last 2 innings. Or parts of the last 2 innings. He came over before the start of the 7th. We were warming a couple of guys up in the bullpen. That's my job, so I was down there doing that. He comes up to me, Jace, and his eyes were big. And, sophomore, big spot. He says, "Who's pitching the 7th?" And I looked right at him, and I said, "You are." And he looks at me, and I could just see this calm come over his face, and he kind of got real serious, and he says, "All right." I said, "You got it." "Yep, I got it." And that was awesome. That's what high school sports are about, is that instill that confidence in himself to say, "All right, I got it. I got this. This is a big spot. I'm going to go finish this thing, and we're going to state." And, man, Man, that's fun. It gets I've got goosebumps right now thinking about it. I just love that. I love that for these kids. It would be remiss, I said we're raising great men. We're raising great women around here as well. Obviously, you guys get to see Saints volleyball through this stream, and a lot of fun ahead for them. Ranked 8th, I believe, this week in the Class 1A poll playoffs coming up. They've got a couple of weeks of regular season to go. I think one more home game, Mr. Sparrow, next week.
One more home game, this week. So be there if you can be there.
Yep.
Tune in if you can.
And they look for a long run here in the regionals in volleyball. So lots of awesome stuff going on here in the St. Ansgar community.
We love that our Saints athletics. These kids are just really well disciplined, and raising kids here, I love it. I know that we chose the right community for our family, but that's the kicker, right? Is Saints athletics. It's great to see these kids in sports. It's great to see them be successful, but at the end of the day, St. Ansgar Community Schools is creating great men and women, and it's utilizing sports as a conduit to do that.
Yep, absolutely. And hats off to all the people that make it happen. It takes a village. I believe somebody said that once, and I 100% agree. It takes everybody pulling on the rope in our community to make this kind of stuff happen. And Saints TV is a perfect example of being able to do these kind of things. This is about the kids. We really appreciate Newman being as flexible as possible tonight to let us bring you something with the audio broadcast and staying within their agreements, but also being able to do this and then have a video for afterwards. That's, again, hats off to them for being cooperative and helping us do something tonight, because it's about the kids, right? You guys want to be able to see and hear and get as much as we can in terms of content out there if you can't be here tonight. By the way, the visitor stands here and beside us are full. This place is full of Saints fans. So you guys, everybody's doing a great job of getting to the game if you can, and then either watching it later through Saints TV. We're getting 1,200 to 1,500 views a week. That's awesome. Only a third of those are live. We get a bunch of people watching later or watching again. And I know this time of year with Harvest coming up, there'll be a bunch of phones and iPads and combines going as guys and ladies can't get to games, but they can watch it and stream it live. So we'll be happy to do that. Hopefully we get to bring you a bunch of football games over the next 6 or 7 weeks. So
we got one more home game.
Yeah, we mentioned that at the top. We got one more home game. That is next week against West Fork. And then the Saints finish the regular season, only an 8-game regular season now. Finish that regular season at number 10, Lake Mills, who an early check was up big over Belmont. I believe they still are, so it looks like that'll be an interesting week next week. West Hancock plays Lake Mills, so they will play each other. We'll know a lot more about what to expect out of Lake Mills after that game.
Yeah, we really will. So they're going to go. We expect they'll go 6-0 with 2 ranked teams. Ranked ahead of them, because Lake Mills is also a ranked team, and I'm sure that won't change after this week, depending how the rest of the game goes. But for the Saints, it's West Fork next weekend.
Yep.
And then a big game in Lake Mills. So
we will be streaming that one video and audio, correct?
We will be streaming that one video and audio. And again, every school has their own set of rules. And Joe, you mentioned it. Newman has an agreement with NFHS. Don't ask me what it stands for. But it is, they basically have a contract that there is an entity that has exclusive video rights to live stream their athletics. So in honor of that, they said, hey, you know what? Sorry you can't do it, but you are welcome to do a radio broadcast, which is what we're doing here, of course. And you are welcome to record the game live. Just post it when it's over. So that's again, what we're doing. These plays that we're talking about, the amazing one-handed grab by Clevenger in the end zone, the pick six that happened. I'm kind of getting everything all confused here. There's been some really big plays. You want to see them. You definitely want to see them, so tune in. And when we talk about tuning in for volleyball, obviously we would rather you're tuning in from the stands, and obviously we're going to be recording these. There's a lot of ways for us, I'll say, to record these games, putting them on YouTube for free, make sure that they're available for these kids, for their parents, forever and ever. We don't see YouTube going anywhere, which is why we've chosen YouTube. And to keep these babies free, we're asking for a little bit of help. Businesses have been great to support. We're putting their banners up here on the live stream itself as the Saints come back on the field. But don't be afraid to click that little QR code The seats, by the way, are worth $8 a piece. It's $8 a piece
$8
to get into these games. Thank you, Farmer State Bank, and thank you, Grain Millers, for making that free for St. Ansgar students at their home games.
Yep, absolutely. If I think we got some exciting news this week. We've got obviously we had Sam up here broadcasting with us. We've got a couple of high school kids that'll be joining us next week, running some equipment for us on the technical side of it. So Sideline Cam may have a new operator next week. We're super excited about that. We'll introduce those folks next week. But I think as an advertiser on Saints TV, that's one of the things I looked at and doing, providing that support is, hey, this is a partially student-led organization. This is something that students are going to be involved in, can provide some real-world experience for some kids who are interested in video production or commercial production. Some of our commercials we're going to be running in the future are going to be made by kids using software that we've got access to through Saints TV. So I think that's a huge part of this in terms of if you want to support that, you're not just supporting Saints Athletics, we're supporting all the kids in our St. Ansgar school system by supporting Saints TV. This money all goes back at the end of the day.
100%.
Duke Scoop, I mean, he takes a large chunk off the top, but after him, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Nobody here, none of us are getting paid to do this. We're here literally to bring you the content, and quite frankly, it's kind of fun, right? But it's about the kids, and that's what Saints TV will support St. Ansgar students, period.
Yes, absolutely.
100% goes back into the school. So if that speaks to you, if you're an advertiser and you want to get your name out there and be a part of this, reach out. There's multiple ways to do that. Probably the easiest way is get a hold of Eric Sparrow if you know how to do that via email or text. Or if you have my number, text me. I can get you his, and we'll get you set up with a sponsorship. We'd sure appreciate the support of our community and our school system.
Exactly. Looks like we're winding down here. Homecoming night in Newman.
Yep. So they've taken a couple extra minutes. Looks like here. I think we're about a minute and a half from kicking off the second half. So the Saints are back on the field, taking a few warm-up tosses, stretching out a little bit.
Score update: West Hancock is up 51-0.
51
in the third quarter, and Lake Mills is still at 28-0 over Belmont Clemmy.
Lake Mills could be for real. I mean, it's Belmont, right? But that's these guys are winning. They're winning games they should win.
Yep, absolutely. And I think the Belmont-Newman score last week was 27-20. Newman, I believe.
It was something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yep. It was pretty
close.
Yep. So I don't think that Belmont offense, especially, is better than I think they look on paper. So that is interesting, Lake. The Saints, here's the good news. I think your Saints have been tested multiple times this year. Obviously, with West Hancock, we know what Osage does in that game. I don't think North Union, they have a big one tonight. We'll see what they're all about. We'll try to find that score for you before the end. And then Nashville last week and Lake Mills to wrap it up. So it doesn't get easier when they get to the playoffs, and that's what you want. If you're the coach, is hey, let's continue to test ourselves. Let's continue. I don't know. Now we're back.
I'm muted.
You're.
Oh, wait. What's going on? Hold on. Green. Is Green good?
They can hear me. I can see that.
Who can?
Now you're back on. Yeah, we're all back on.
Okay.
All right.
So minute 41 to go before the start of the second half here. It has been a long night at Mason City Newman. It is already 8:30. Saints lead 35-0. Newman will receive here. So they deferred. They won the toss and referred.
37.
So St. Ansgar will kick off.
Running clock.
Will be a running clock. Yep. So I think it stops on penalties, injuries, timeouts, all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, the clock will run here in the second half, so it should be a tidy and quick second half. As long as this differential stays at 35 or more, it will continue to run.
I wonder if it's a referee issue or something.
So I'm on Twitter now looking up scores, and it looks like West Fork and North Union played last night?
That's possible. They moved a few games to Thursday night due to referee shortage.
Okay. So we do have a score for that, and North Union came out on top 47-6.
47-6. Yep, okay. So obviously West Fork is who West Fork is. I'm not sure that they've won a game either, but it was a game they needed to come out and show, and they did. So Here we go. We are going to start the second half. Connor King on to kick. We got both Kestons back to receive. And it is taken, a little trickery, handed back off to Isaiah Keston. He charges ahead to the 28-yard line where he is tackled by Dylan Brum, looks like leading the charge. Or excuse me, that is Clevenger, Joe Clevenger and Connor Mullenbeck, a couple of sophomores in on the tackle there. First and 10, Newman, the 29-yard line. Running clock here to start the second half. Be interesting to see if Newman abandons the running game completely here or if they attempt to try. Looks like we're going to start in a wing T, so I assume that means a running play, and it is. We get a run straight up the middle for a yard or two. I believe that's Sheldon on the carry. Gage Peterson on the carry. Number 6, Gage Peterson on the carry. Gains 2, second down and 8. So I think Newman understands they can't abandon that running game completely. They have to keep us off balance at least a little bit to keep our defensive ends home.
Yeah, it feels like that's true, right? You're not going to come out throwing.
Yep.
But
that last one play and back in the shotgun, complete over the middle to Peterson for a short gain. He's tackled immediately by Corbin Michaels.
Big hit.
Christian Michaels.
Big hit.
And a couple other Saints. Yep, I think it was Christian got him held up, and Corbin comes in and finishes him off. So he gains 3 on the play, third down and 5.
Yeah, he was
from the 35-yard line. Yeah, yep. And he took a hit.
It's a good thing those Michaels boys are wearing numbers on that jersey.
That is correct, because you can't tell which one's which otherwise. 4 receivers set. McGuire back to pass. Pumps. Thrown over the middle and caught. Right at the sticks. Right at the first down marker. Nice pass. Caught by Lewerke, and it is a first down. So Newman first down, be first and 10 at the 40-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there. Hard to defend that. That's a quick pass. Takes a 3-step drop and fires it over on that slant pattern. Nice catch over the middle. Tackled immediately, but right at the first down marker. Well-designed play, well executed.
And Not Your Average Joe called it. They're going to come out and do something a little different. We've seen 2 first downs already here in the third quarter.
Pass is incomplete, thrown behind Ecumenis. There, number 1. Looked like he, again, had some pressure. I believe it was either Connor or Hunter coming from that left defensive end spot. Forced him to throw it a little earlier than he wanted and ended up behind the receiver. So they ran it on first down. We've had 3 straight passing plays since out of the shotgun. They have not, or at least not frequently, run out of that shotgun formation at all. They're leaving a running back in the backfield, but it's purely for protection. McGuire passes incomplete. Would have been a short gain, was intended for Isaiah Keston. He drops it. It was right at his feet. It would have been a tough catch. Can't make it. Third down and 10 from the 40-yard line for Mason City Newman.
Still got to defend here because, even though they're kind of turning one-dimensional with the passing game, they've shown flashes of, hey, we can, really zip the ball downfield. Yep. So if you're not careful, they could break one on you.
Yep, absolutely. McGuire's got a nice arm. He throws a nice ball. They're young. Mason City Newman is young. They will get better, and they have gotten better as the season's gone on. McGuire back to pass, pressured by King, throws it out early again. Connor King in his face, has to throw it before he's ready to. He's not, feet aren't set. Throws it out right at what would have been a first down, but well short of the intended receiver. 4th down and 10, 8:20 to go in the third quarter.
Down by 35. What do you say here, Not Your Average Joe? What are they going to do?
My guess is they're far enough. We've run the ball and moved the ball. They're gonna go for it here, just out of they have no choice, and that is what they're going to do. Oh, they're going for it here, and they've got the pass play in the book, so why not give it a shot? Back to passes McGuire, fired over the middle, caught, first down. Isaiah Keston, gain of 12 on 4th and 10. So, again, really hard to defend. Quick, short pass. Keston finds that little seam and kind of settles down in our defense in between the the layers of our defense there. Nice pass and catch. In the first half, those were the balls that were bouncing off his fingertips and ended up incomplete. He's done a good job of hanging on to him here in the second half and made all the difference. Back to pass again. Pressured screen play to Sheldon. He gains 5 or 6 on the play. They were, that's your typical screenplay and a well-timed screenplay. We were coming on the blitz. They let us go through and then dropped it off right over top. But the second level does a good job in pursuit, limits him to a 4-yard gain on that screen pass to Sheldon. Great play design, great call right there, and a good job by the Saints to limit it to a 4-yard gain.
And that's what Newman's going to have to do because we've been doing such a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback that he's got to get that ball out.
Yeah, pass across the middle, caught by Keston again for a first down.
Another little short 5-yard hitch play.
They're running that same pattern, that same route, kind of over and over again here, finding that middle of the zone. They do mark him short of a first down, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Ball's at the 40-yard line. Needs about the 40.5 for a first down. Maybe we'll see our second run play of the half here. We do. Straight up the middle for about a half a yard, so he gets exactly what he needs. First down, Newman. That was Sheldon on the carry.
Over the left side of the Newman Catholic line. That's enough for a first down. 1st and 10 Newman Catholic at the St. Ansgar 37 yards.
Starting to put together a little drive here. Newman is.
Yes, they are. Yep, and again, we talked about we knew they'd make some adjustments. They've done a good job coming out, throwing the ball here. Going to throw it again on first down. Quick pass out to Lewerke in the flat. Tyke Remster chases him around and gets him down there, right behind the original line of scrimmage. He loses a yard on the play.
Swing pass to number 33, Lewerke, just shy of the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11 from the 39-yard line of the Saints. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Newman's put a nice drive together here to start the second half. Still unable to run the ball, but doing a nice job passing. They're leaving Sheldon in the backfield to help protect. McGuire give him another second to try to complete those quick hitch passes that they're throwing. Throw another one to Keston off his fingertips. Well defended by Dylan Brum. Dylan Brum in there. The ball was thrown a little bit behind Toby Keston. He reached back for it, and as he did, Dylan Brum wraps him up, so he's unable to secure that ball that's on his fingertips. Would have been a first down. Instead, it's 3rd down and 11 from the 39-yard line. So nice job there by Dylan. You probably see that on the replay there, Duke.
You got it.
All right. Well defended.
Leave it to Duke.
Saints will have to do it 2 more times, right? 4-down territory for Newman, especially down 35-0. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. With that running clock, these quarters are going to go fast. McGuire back to pass. Over the middle, caught. Short gain. Gain of about 6. Who's number 20, Sam? Colin Bliley, I believe, right? Yep, Colin Bliley on the reception. That'll make it 4th down and 5. From the 31-yard line.
Sam Poor serving as spotter right now. Sam, thanks for your sharp eyes to help us.
So you just point. You see who makes the tackle. You point to it. I know the Saints numbers. You help me with the blue ones on there on my sheet. Little inside radio here. We got a cheat sheet, and now we got a spotter. This is just like the pros here. Back under center for the first time in a while goes McGuire. Hard count. Calls timeout. That was simply a let's see if we can't get a free first down. The Saints defense does their job, stays put on the hard count, and they force Newman to call a timeout there and think this one over. A offsides penalty there gives Newman a first down. So a good job by the defense not to be fooled by that. They stay at home, set put. Newman calls timeout. 4 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Saints lead 35-0. Big play coming up for the Saints defense. It's 4th and 5 from the 31-yard line of the Saints. So the Knights are threatening here to start the second half. In the first half, we saw the Saints limit the passing game. They had 100 yards passing, but the Saints kind of defensive bend but don't break. Allowed a couple of nice plays, and Newman got inside the 5-yard line but was unable to punch the ball into the end zone. So the Saints defense looked to do the same thing here. Bow their necks and stop them on 4th and 5, get the ball back here. And with our run game, would be able to probably run out the third quarter here. And the second half would be really short if Newman's unable to punch this ball into the end zone here.
Yeah, fair to say this is Newman's, really their best offensive drive of the night.
Yeah, outside of the kind of that
They had a
fluky,
pretty
crazy
good
pass.
one. And yeah, I guess
that
they did
aided
have
that
pass,
one.
yeah.
Yep. And then the pass interference call helped them keep it alive there as well. But this drive's been real solid. They're running that kind of same slant pattern. We did shut that down the last couple of times. Back under center here is McGuire, back to pass, pressured by Connor King.
Man.
Connor strips the ball, picks it up at the 50, 30, 20, 10, touchdown Saints! Connor King with a 60-yard, 70-yard touchdown on the fumble recovery. He rushes the quarterback, strips the ball out of his hands, picks it right up, and runs 70 yards into the end zone for a touchdown.
That was something else.
That was, if you would have told me there was going to be a touchdown on that play, I wouldn't have called it like that, but that was a thing of beauty.
That was awesome. Again, another reason to watch the replay, folks. When you can watch that, you're going to want to see that play.
So
that's Connor King at his finest.
Their quarterback, he cocks back to throw, and right as his, that's close.
It was really close to being a forward pass.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but Connor gets it before, at least that's the ruling on the field, gets it before he throws it forward, strips it out of his hand. It rolls behind him. He picks it up and runs it into the end zone for a nice fumble return for a touchdown.
It's almost like that old tuck rule. You remember that? Because he cocked back to throw it, and then Connor was right in his face, so like he kind of almost tried to bring the ball down.
Oh, okay.
And then that's what it looked like to me.
So is he attempting to throw? You got that? It looks like you got that to share here, right? Oh, yeah. I see what you're talking about.
He kind of cocks back to throw it.
But then he's bringing it back
right
down.
there. And then it's like, he kind of flinches right there, right? So it's like, it's hard to tell. But
Great play by the Saints either way.
Keep playing,
And Connor King does the rest, does it all on that play, right? Rushes the quarterback, strips the ball out, picks it up, scores the touchdown, comes in, kicks the extra point, 42-0 Saints. Really demoralizing if you're a Newman Knight, right? You put something together for the first time all night, drive the ball across midfield, have a chance. They had a receiver open on that play, but Connor King's in his face and leaping up, so he can't make that play. He can't make that throw. That's why he's trying to bring it back down. And, Connor with a great play all the way around there. Makes it 42-0 Saints. 3 minutes, 32 seconds to go in the third quarter. So, that drive takes 9 minutes, and somehow we get 7 points out of it. Thank you, sir.
Well, they're just not getting any time back there, right? So, obviously, there's no time to make that decision. There's no time to make that throw, any hesitation at all, and that's the result.
Yeah, again, that pressure just getting to the quarterback, making life difficult. And, without the stopping clock when you're up 35, those long – that was a long drive for Newman.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, ate a ton of clock. So Connor King to kick it off here. Newman's going to have to try to start again. Obviously, good test for the Saints defense with all the passing that they know is coming. This is good game experience all around for our defense as well. Fielded by one of the up men and then pitched back to Keston. Toby Keston, he returns it back to the 25, 26-yard line.
That Remster first to hit there?
I think that was Remster first on the tackle, and Jay Sweesow right behind him. You talk about our defensive backs. Carson Sparrow, Tyke Remster, Jay Sweesow, Dylan Brum have all done a really nice job tonight of bending but not breaking, right? Defending those passes. Those quick hitch passes are really hard to defend. They've gotten almost 0 yards after contact or after catch. Their yak is about 0. Our defensive backs have been right there. Just hats off to Newman in terms of their accuracy from McGuire and the receivers running good routes and getting themselves in good positions.
And Remster, he really braced himself for that hit.
He did. He was not letting go, was he?
You folks have to watch it on the replay. He just jumps down, plants himself, puts his arms out.
Newman starts this drive with a run again. Zach Ecumenis, I think is how you say his last name. No gain on first down. So Newman goes to the run there to start this drive again. That's what they did last time. Came out play number 2 and shotgun and really never went back to the run after that. So we'll see if we go back to that spread offense and the shotgun formation for Newman here.
Jeff Anderson says, welcome to the crew, Sam. And Riley Steinberg. We'll get to Riley's comment here after the play.
Connor King, again around the end, creates a little havoc, but he completes the pass. Short gain of 5, so McGuire completes the pass over the middle. Again, that short. Was that a curl, Sam? Something short?
Pitch, curl, whatever you want to call it, yeah.
Quick, easy play there. Get a quick 5, make it third and manageable. 3rd down and 5 for the Knights. Minute and a half to go here in the third quarter.
Riley's just happy. Riley Steinberg is just happy that one of his teams has a functioning offensive line this year.
He must be a Vikings fan. Or Packer fan. I guess that one.
Yeah,
that offensive line didn't look very good last night either. McGuire's pass falls incomplete. Well thrown ball, pressured again by Connor King. Throws it over the middle.
Remster a little
to
slow
Colin
to get
Bliley. But right there on the coverage. Do you see who was in on the coverage there for the Saints?
I think it was Tyke.
Tyke Remster in on the coverage for the Saints. Nothing doing. You got no time back there. Connor King's in his lap again
all night
as he's trying to get that ball out there. Looks like they're going for it again. 4th down and 5 from the 31-yard line, their own 31-yard line. They are laying her on the line. I suppose at this point they don't have much choice. They need some offense. They need a score here. Back to passes. McGuire over the middle, caught. Incomplete, dropped. He had it in his hands, and then he dropped it. Number 9, I believe that was. Number 8, Vinny Jocelyn is who that was. Big fella, yep.
Was it enough? Had he caught it?
No, I think you might be right. I think he might have been short of the first down anyway, even if it had been complete. As it turns out, it's off his hands. Good defense there again for your Saints. Connor Mullen back in for your Saints. Toby Kennedy in, starting to get a few other guys. See Chris Corbo here.
And that's going to take us to the quarter, it looks like.
That'll be the end of the third quarter, where the Saints lead the Newman Knights 42-0. So we head to the fourth quarter. Some new faces on the field. We'll try to get those called out to you. In fact, let's just stay right here, and we'll go through. I can see...
what do you see, Joe?
Looks like now we've got kind of a mess. But I know I saw Toby Kennedy out there. Simon Jarr looks like he's going to go out onto the field. I'm not sure we're not getting a change at quarterback. I see Joe Clevenger out taking some snaps.
Looks like that, yep.
And that would be from number 70, who I believe is Aiden Beeson, who I think is our backup center. So making some changes there on our offense. I see Seth Schatz, number 9, out on the field. So some new guys, new faces out on the field as the Saints lead 42-0. We'll be starting the fourth quarter here shortly. I'm going to get my roster brought up so we can make sure we get all the right names and the right faces together of these guys as they come out onto the field here. As the Saints start to make some substitutions, up 42 points at the start of the fourth quarter.
12 minutes of running clock left.
Yeah, this won't take long. And the Saints will try to grind it out, obviously keep the ball. So our offensive line looks like Jacob Eberling, Simon Jarr, Aiden Beeson at center. Hey, Toby Kennedy's in at tight end. Braden Halverson's still out there, and Matthew Easley, I believe, is out there on our offensive line. Joe Clevenger in at quarterback. Andrew Hall is the fullback. The handoff goes to Connor Mullenback. Finds the seam, runs ahead for 5 yards on first down. Nice play there. Bunch of new guys in, not much changed, right? Big hole made.
Next man up.
Connor Mullenback does a nice job of finding the opening and runs ahead for a gain of 5.
Connor's been doing really well this year.
Had fun to watch in the JV game. We went to the JV game last week, played really well. Played some quarterback as well. So kind of a do-it-all kind of guy. Joe hands it off to Tyson Klein. Tyson Klein up the middle. finds the seam into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Tyson Klein with a 25-yard touchdown run makes it 48-0 Saints. I've said it all year. That kid gets an opportunity, and he makes the most of it.
Yes, he does.
It makes the guy miss, is a little shifty. And the second team comes in, and, 3 plays, touchdown. Here we go. 48-0 Saints.
Got a drone flying overhead.
We do have a drone. Is that an unauthorized flying
I think
object?
it is. I don't know.
Is that a plane?
Looks like
It's a bird.
Zachary
It's a plane.
Ekwall. Zachary Ekwall on to kick the extra
Superman.
point.
Is it a plane?
I think it's a plane.
It might be a plane.
Snap's good. Hold is good. Kick is up and no good. Just short. He might have got a piece of it. Somebody might have got a piece of it there. So it will remain 48-0 Saints. 11-17 to go in this game that has been absolutely dominated by the Saints on both sides of the football. Defense has played really well. Up front, the defensive line and offensive line, I can't say enough about the job they've done tonight. It's just been all-around total and complete domination for the Saints over Newman Catholic. On their homecoming, by the way, which I think might have been a point of emphasis for our guys. Got the
Kev cam going there. Grandpa Kevin dancing to the
I love it. We caught somebody
marching in.
Oh, I was showing a replay. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, was it on the replay?
Oh,
we got the tail end of that.
We had somebody dancing in the stands, and we missed it. So that's not a reason to watch live stream. But there are a bunch of other reasons to watch the video content that will be up as soon as possible after the end of this game. We'll get that link up right here on Saints TV. Just hit your refresh on your YouTube page, and you should see that. Well, as soon as it's up, you can click on that, and it'll just be the same audio, so you may want to mute it if you're tired of listening to me. When it's Sam's part, you probably should listen, but for me, you can mute it. And, and you can just watch the highlights. But there's been a lot of fun plays tonight that you're gonna want to catch up on and see. Great night for the Saints. They lead 48-0 with 11-17 to go in the fourth quarter. Connor King's kick. Fielded by Toby Keston. Returned up the middle, where he's tackled by a host of Saints, led by Joe Clevenger at the 26-yard line. So not much doing on the return game. Our kick game has been solid all year. Connor's done a nice job of pinning offenses deep. And with the win tonight, it has finally died down a little bit, but tough kicking into that strong south wind that he's kicking into there, and still a nice kick.
I think it's at 48 jumping jacks for those girls.
48 jumping jacks for the cheerleaders. They're getting their workout in this evening as well. Let's try to get an update on who's on the field here. I see Derek Heeman in. I see Simon Jarr. Braden Halverson stays in the game, looks like. Back to pass. They have their backup quarterback in as well, it appears. And they do hand it off. He rolled out, but he handed it off before he rolled out. Handoff there to their backup running back as well. So it looks like both teams have a bunch of second teamers or JV style guys in on the field. So some new guys getting some experience. For us, Corbin Michaels, Joe Clevenger, your linebackers. Seth Schatz is out there in a safety position, it looks like. So is Connor Mullenback. So great to see some of these guys get some opportunities. Handoff there, nothing doing again. Toby Kennedy in on the tackle, followed by Joe Clevenger and Corbin Michaels. So they just can't get the ball, can't get anything going on the ground. Gain of 1. We're going to call it 3rd down and 7. 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this game.
You know, Joe, you talked about people getting sick of listening to you. Well, if the defense will let the other team do a play once in a while, you wouldn't have to repeat yourself so much.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. There's been a whole lot of pressure by Connor King and through the ball, incomplete pass as a result, and run up the middle for no gain. There's been a whole bunch of that. Here's a pitch outside, get a little room, gains a yard, maybe 2. Tyson Klein in on the tackle, along with Toby Kennedy again. Toby Kennedy, Tyson Klein make the tackle there. Gains 2, 4th down and 6.
I should say Newman, they're passing. They've had some good plays tonight.
They have.
But, when you get one-dimensional, it's just hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points that way.
Yep. And when they have moved the ball, they've shot themselves in the foot a couple of times, and the Saints have taken advantage. And like you said, that one-dimensional nature made it easier for the Saints to pin their ears back and say, let's go get a quarterback here. And they did a nice job of that tonight. So Newman is going to punt for the first time tonight. Let's see if they actually punt. Sam's called fake punt here.
They had that one punt in the end zone.
That's right.
That
yep.
went
that
15 yards.
went 15 yards. Yep. So this might be, in fact, this might be the third punt now that I think about it. Because I think they did actually punt one other time when we had them way backed up as well. They call timeout, though, before they can get the punt off. They didn't like something in the formation. Maybe Sam was right. They had a fake called, and they changed their mind. But the Newman calls timeout there. So they only have one timeout remaining. 8:29 to go in the fourth quarter. Saints lead 48-0.
The play clock did get down to 0 on that. I wonder if that has something to do with
they were running out of time. Good catch. Good catch. Andrew Hall in defensively. Daniel Sutcliffe as well. Again, trying to get everybody's name called out here. Chris Corbo. Weston Paulson in on that defensive line as well. So back to receive are Connor Mullenbeck and Tyson Klein. It is a fake punt. Sam called it. Around the end, he tries to go, not going to get there. Hurdles the Saint, but going to be short of the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs.
You called that?
Saints ball.
Atta baby Sam.
Sam read the fake punt coming. So we do not get a punt. Instead, they run a fake where the punter just keeps it, runs around the left side. Saints do a good job staying home, force him out of bounds, short of the first down. Saints ball, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. It has been all St. Ansgar tonight, gentlemen. Special teams, defense, offense, it has been all St. Ansgar. Fun to watch. This team got better tonight. All right, so here we go. Joe Clevenger under center.
Back to pass.
Gonna pass, throws it out to Seth. Shots complete.
You bet. He's got it.
Complete to Seth Shots for a 15-yard gain and a Saints first down. Joe Clevenger to Seth Shots on a beautiful pass. These guys need to get better too, right? This is about how do we give these guys as many opportunities as we can, and they get their opportunity there and do a fabulous job of converting. 1st and 10 Saints from the 17-yard line. 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Backups are in here. Hand off to Tyson Klein. Breaks a tackle, plows through another guy. Falls ahead for a 6-yard gain to about the 10-yard line.
Oh, we got a player down. Newman player.
We have a Newman player down in our backfield. One of their big guys, one of their defensive linemen is down. Unfortunately, he looks like he's hurt. Looks like a potential lower body injury, so they're going to take care of him, get the trainer out to see what's going on with him. Hate to see that, especially at this stage of the game. Tyson Klein gets 9 on the carry, so he is. It will be 2nd and 1 when we resume play here.
Who caught that last pass for us?
Seth Shots.
Okay.
Number 9. Yeah.
Yeah,
that one just got off the edge of my camera there. That pass went a little deeper than I thought it was going, and I just
didn't quite
got
get it on the replay there. Yeah. Well, he had such a burst of speed there getting out open. So when he threw that up there, it's like, oh, where's that ball going? And he just runs right under it.
Yeah. Well, one, I thought they're not going to throw here, right? They're going to just hand it off. But nope. Not only did he throw, he threw a really nice pass, a deep pass, and
just gets 2 feet in.
Wow.
Yeah. So one of their.
Oh, actually, you weren't on the replay on that one, or it wasn't coming through here, was it?
Oh no, I was just looking at it.
Got it.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I thought we were.
Jackson Starkweather Sable was down there on that play. He gets up and is able to walk off under his own power, so that's good. It'll be Saints ball, 2nd and 1 at the 9-yard line. 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this game. Joe Clevenger in at quarterback. He's under center. Hands it off to Tyson Klein. Charges through the middle. Touchdown, Saints. Tyson Klein with a 9-yard touchdown run to make it 54-0 Saints. Sam's got a score prediction he wants to break out. So
Yeah.
he says we're beating homecoming score.
What was that, 61?
Yeah, I believe that was. So the second team, guys get their opportunity, make the most of it. Score 2 touchdowns here on 2 drives, and look really good as well. Eckwall back on again to attempt the extra point. It is 54-0 Saints. Zach looks to make it 55. Snap, hold, kick.
Oh,
looks like
wow.
It kicked
a
into the
line
line. It is
drive.
no good. Yep, line drive right into the line there. So no good. It remains 54-0 Saints. 7 minutes and 1 second to go in this football game.
Literally a line drive.
I'm going to try to
Right
get some
into the line.
stats from the sideline. Our sideline help has done a great job. So let me get those so we can kind of go through the starter stats, and then we'll try to update you after the game on full stats.
Well, that's more jumping jacks for the girls.
More jumping jacks for the girls. They're up to 54 here. I wonder if they'll count by 2 this time, perhaps. Is 54 divisible by 2? Who's good at math? I think it is.
Sam. That's what we got, Sam.
I think it's Sam. 54 divided by 2 is what? Quiz. Come on, Sam. Come on, Sam.
Sam.
Don't let us down.
You got it.
He got it?
Yep.
That boy.
27.
27 is the correct answer. He got
Man, I'd have to take my socks
Your
and shoes
socks,
off to count
shoes.
that high.
Man, if you got that many digits, I don't know.
I love it. I love it. So we're down to doing math to kill time here as the Saints lead 54-0. We're used to commercials as like a crutch, where we can take a minute off, and with this all audio broadcast,
Sorry, folks,
we've decided
you're stuck with us.
That's right.
If it were all audio or all video, a commercial would be a lot easier. But trying to balance them both, it's like, we don't dare take a chance on.
You got our hands full.
We don't want anything to go haywire here. We're trying to bring you the rest of this game. So,
Big hit.
good kick by Connor. Great tackle. Who is that? Is that Dylan Brum? Dylan Brum in on the tackle. Tackles their return man at the 26-yard line. Fabulous tackle. Good rep there. Looks like mostly the same lineup out there as we had last time on defense. They have their backup offense in as well. Here go the cheerleaders. Well, they got to 40 really, really fast. I don't know if you can hear that through my audio, but we went from 2 to 39 very quickly. I can't say that I blame them. It's almost like a summer night out here. It's so warm. So they've done a lot of jumping jacks already.
Yes, they have.
So confusion for Newman as they try to get some new guys into the game. They have to take a timeout. That is their last timeout. Got completely white pants out there, so I think they might have even a third set of offensive guys out there tonight. As this game's gotten out of hand at 54-0.
Yes, it has. So let's look ahead here to next week. What do you expect to see? Any changes to what we've seen tonight next week?
I don't. I think next week will be a lot more of that same climb Everest mentality, right? Of take the next step and get a little better. I expect we'll see some of the pass plays that we saw tonight that we hadn't seen all year. I think we'll see more of that next week again as the Saints really use every week now to get better. They're not looking past anybody. I guarantee you this coaching staff will not allow that to happen. So they will show up week to week and play the team that's in front of them. That includes next week when West Fork comes to town. But I do think that the offensive game plan looks different next week as the Saints look to figure out some of these passing plays and some of this passing offense that they know they're going to need in the coming weeks down the road here. So I think we've seen that tonight. Really, regardless of the score, we're going to play our game. We're going to run our offense, and I think that's a good thing. Newman keeps it on the ground, tries to run it up the middle, gain of 2 on first down. It's under 6 minutes to go now in this game. Saints lead 54-0. Got some fresh guys in for the Saints as well. Looks like they'll get their opportunity defensively here. Show that they've got good start, right? With 1 play, 2 yards. Newman's back in that wing T formation. They do hand it off, run it around the middle, run around the end, got some running room there. He's tackled by Andrew Hall and a host of Saints after a gain of 5. So it'll be 3rd down and 3
Carry by number 22,
for Newman.
Martin. Picks up about 4 or 5. 3rd and short for the Knights.
So it's 3rd and short here for the Knights. Rotate a couple new guys in again on defense. Under 5 minutes to go in this game. Same formation here for Newman. That wing T, they pitch it back out and come the other side this time. And he's tackled in the backfield for a loss on the play. Andrew Hall, Chris Corbo, and others there and on the tackle. So that brings up 4th down and 5 for the Knights. Let's see what they do here. If they punt it away again.
Four and a half minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Saints up 54-0 on the Newman Knights. Turns out to be a beautiful night. Oh, we got Sam. Sam's coming back here. Let me get around mine. There we go.
All right, Sam, here you go, buddy. We're bringing Sam back onto the broadcast here. Pass is incomplete. Nicely defended by Daniel Sutcliffe. Knocks it away at the last second. Newman turns it over on downs. So it'll be St. Ansgar ball at the 33-yard line. Sam, take us away. This is your series. You call this one for us.
All of it?
You bet. I'll help you out if you need it, but you got it.
All right. Looks like we're just going to have Clevenger up under center. Mully in the backfield.
And you got your work cut out for you because you've got to know the second team guys now, too.
Yep.
I'll try to help you out there, and I see who's where here.
Right.
Yeah, if Joe's any good at spotter, Sam, you have no problem. You just got to have a good spot.
It's all on me now. Yeah, you bet.
All right. Joe, under center, hands it off to Tyson Klein, who bursts through the hole, and he jukes the man out for the touchdown. That is 3 touchdowns for Tyson Klein here today.
Beautiful. A 33-yard touchdown run for Tyson Klein, called beautifully by Sam Porsche.
Beautifully done.
I tell you what, Tyson gets his opportunities, man. He makes the most of it, doesn't he? That is.
He sure does.
Should have said made a man miss, but close to a juke.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think of that offensive line there? Man, they're making holes. Mauling guys.
King back at kicker.
Yes, yeah. This is big, right? We need this one to make it 61 to tie for Sam's prediction to come true here.
And King right down the middle.
Sam the man calling it. This is the homecoming story you're looking for? You want to beat it? Is that what you said?
Beat it.
Want to beat it.
Beat it.
61-0 Saints. 3 minutes, 16 seconds to go in this one.
Kind of feel
St. Ansgar has spoiled Newman's homecoming. I would say it's official at 61-0. That's a spoiling.
Yes.
Wait, does Newman get a pick who they play on homecoming?
They do, Sam.
They picked us?
Well,
yeah,
I think they probably are reevaluating that decision.
Yep.
But
I mean, they almost beat Belmont Clemmy.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they did.
Yeah.
Right?
8 points.
Yeah.
They did win that one.
So.
I wonder if it's just a scheduling and a timing thing, because usually you try to schedule a team you think you can beat, and maybe they did.
I thought it was you have your schedule set out and you got to pick.
You pick the week. Yep, correct.
Okay.
Yep, you got it. So they picked the week, and maybe that's just a reflection if they had this week picked before the schedule was set.
Yeah, probably.
And it is what it is.
You never know what their situation might have been. I would believe that. This wouldn't be their first choice, right? So I'm guessing there may have been other weekends.
We weren't projected to be this good, I don't think.
Yeah, I think we've played above our preseason hype. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And
Ekwall to kick. Oh.
Short kick, almost turned into an onside kick, right? Hit an up man, but Newman falls on it at the 45-yard line.
Feels like his toe wasn't getting low enough.
Yep, exactly. Ekwall got under it just a little bit there, didn't get all of it. 3 minutes to go in this game, Sam.
Uh-huh.
Can the defense keep them out of the end zone here?
I think it's going to tie the homecoming score. I'm changing my prediction.
Maybe we need a pick six or a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Or let's.
We've done it 2 times. Why not 3?
Why not again?
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah, they did not do 61 jumping jacks,
No,
folks.
I didn't see him.
Looks like neutral zone infraction, maybe? False start on the offense.
False start on the, that'll back him up 5.
I didn't see anybody jump, but the rest are on the field, and I'm not.
Yep, they did a little something there that the guy in the stripes on this side did not like.
Yep.
Now backs him up 5. 1st and 15 from the 39-yard line.
Dangerous enough to run shotgun again.
Clock runs.
They
2 minutes
are.
to go in this game.
Makes a snap. Looking deep, and it's caught by number 22.
Number 22, who is that?
Who I don't, it doesn't even say.
Yeah, we don't have the backups on our sheet either, so 10-yard gain.
All right.
Make it 2nd down and 6 after that penalty, right? That turned that
Yep.
9-yard play doesn't hurt. Clock continues to run, minute 40 to go.
Yeah, this continuous clock, obviously, if you're listening to the radio broadcast, you don't get to see it, but it's moving really fast.
It's counted
Already
by
down
2
to
at times.
125.
Yeah, it's. I think they want this thing over with.
Under center. It's going to be a pass. It's going to be caught by number 17, and he's going to be brought down by number 4.
Daniel Sutcliffe, number 4.
Sutcliffe.
But it is enough for a first down.
What number was that?
41 with, you said 4?
4 on the tackle.
Was Witt
4
in
on the
there too?
tackle. I think 4 caught it, too.
Yeah, it might have been double 4s here.
Must have been.
1st and 10, Newman. 58 seconds to go in this game. Ball at the Saints' 44-yard line.
Doesn't say who it is. Shotgun. It's going to be a pass.
Great tackle by
be
Tyson Klein.
2nd and 10, most likely.
Yep, pass was complete, but he's tackled for a loss, or darn near loss. They gave him the line of scrimmage by Tyson Klein. Tyson's right there, just no room. Nice pass, nice catch, but Tyson says, "We'll just stop you right there, no game."
Is this a freshman? This might be a freshman or a sophomore. He's playing pretty good.
Yep, that's their quarterback. Yeah, he does. He looks pretty good.
Going downfield. Overthrows number 16.
Would have been had that been on the numbers, that may have been a touchdown pass. That will do it.
There's 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And your Saints win.
Here at Saints TV.
61-0 Saints.
Yep.
The
Tied
Saints.
the homecoming score, didn't beat it, so my prediction was wrong. Close enough.
Pretty dang close, Sam.
Close
Pretty
enough.
good.
The Saints come into Mason City, dominate Mason City. Newman win this game 61-0.
And as these boys shake them up, I want to thank you, Sam. Thank you for being here tonight and helping us out with the broadcast. That was a lot of fun. I know you've been working on that. You can hear it in your voice.
Awesome
You're making
job.
it exciting out there.
Awesome job. Fun night for the Saints. They come into Mason City, dominate this game on both sides of the ball. If we go back to our keys to the game, Sam, we talked about dominate up front on both sides of the ball. Our offense and defensive lines absolutely owned this game, made all the difference in the world. We contained their passing attack. You know, they're probably going to have 180 yards passing on the night.
We had a pick 6 and a scoop and score.
Yeah,
so,
2 defensive touchdowns.
Yep.
That's exactly what the Saints ordered up as they win in dominating fashion. Keep that tight hold on first place in District 2 Class A. The Saints go to 6-0 and head home to face West Fork next week, 7 o'clock. Be there. Be in the stands if you're able. If you can't, join us here on Saints TV. So again, we will here. We're going to end this pretty quickly here. In fact, we're going to wrap it up, Sam, you and me, and we're going to send this thing out so that we can stop this broadcast and post the video broadcast immediately. We get a ton of views post game. I think a lot of kids are watching it on the bus ride home. I think a lot of parents get home and want to see it, what it looks like versus in the stands.
My friends are watching this.
So so we're gonna get that done. Sam, great job tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Duke Scoop, Candle Genius, Eric Sparrow. Thank you guys for what you do.
Thank you guys for letting me do this.
It was a fun
You
night.
bet, man.
All the way around.
Hey, you keep it up. You're testament to the fact that you practice something, you keep working on it. There's an opportunity for you somewhere out there, right?
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us tonight. Great job. Are we cutting out now, or we do? All right, we're good. We got enough of the stats that we need. We're going to cut this out now so we can get this thing live so these boys can watch it on their way home. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. That is officially a wrap to tonight's broadcast. Thanks for being here, joining us.